or tap the banner to apply today.
I picked up vaping from my fraternity. It's so easy to get a hold of. My parents both see what it's doing to my lung health and the fact that I'm no longer able to play sports anymore. The best advice I can give the teens about vaping is to not start. You think, oh, it's not going to be that bad, but then one day it will be.
Watch Garrett's full story and get the facts at thefactsnow.com.
Right now, our country feels divided, but there's a place where people are coming together.
I gotta tell you, I was nervous to talk to someone so different than me.
Me too, but I'm glad we are.
Love Has No Labels and One Small Step are helping people with different political views, beliefs, and life experiences come together through conversation, and it feels good.
Wow, your story is so...
Interesting?
Yeah.
When people actually sit down, talk, and listen to one another, they can break down boundaries and connect as human beings. At lovehasnolabels.com/onesmallstep, you can listen to amazing, life-changing conversations and find simple tools to start a conversation of your own.
I know one thing. This conversation gives me hope.
It gives me a lot of hope too.
Take a step toward bringing our country and your community together by having the courage to start a conversation at lovehasnolabels.com/onesmallstep. A message from StoryCorps, Love Has No Labels, and the Ad Council.
This is Shaquille O'Neal, you know Shaq Diesel, Superman, Big Aristotle, Big Cactus, Big Shamrock. If you're not listening to Sports Radio America, play Shaq Fu.
All right, welcome into the championship for the prep post-grad division between DME Academy and New York International. And we have a jump ball taking place. Red uniforms for New York International. DME is in white uniforms. DME traveling left to right. New York International right to left conversely. And a pass into the middle, now into the corner by New York International. Back out around the top to Wilson. Wilson throws up a three that's no good. Ball goes out of bounds. Save, though. And coming down to DME. Fight for the basketball. And given to the point guard, Miller, for DME. I'll go over some first names in just a moment. They started very quickly on us, so we'll get first names in just a moment. DME driving the baseline, pass over into the lane, and an unselfish pass to the other side. Basket made by Fritz of DME, and that makes it 2-0. Beautiful look there. A cross-court pass that's stolen by DME. Last touched by New York International before it goes out of bounds. Went off the hands of Taylor. And it'll be DME basketball. Coming down the floor for DME is Tracy. Tracy dribbling a little too much, had it stolen. And down to the other end for a layup, no good, is Cobb. And then finally put in by Kelso, I believe.
Yeah, that was Kelso.
And it's 2-2. Tracy will bring it down the floor between his legs. Another steal up top.
Kelso.
And Kelso again. Got the steal, got the basket. 4-2. New York International on top. Their first lead of the game. Jacob Tracy, 6'4", and a senior. All seniors on this team for DME, the blue roster. Here's a pass across the court and
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Jesse's Dairy Cove is a hometown favorite, located at 3743 State Route 46, across from the gazebo in Mineral Ridge. Enjoy all of your favorite ice cream. We have over 32 hard scoop and over 40 soft serve favorites. We also have a large food menu, including homemade chili sauce, sloppy joes, pulled pork, fresh cut french fries, and mac and cheese. This fall, we'll start our homemade cookie and party trays. Visit our website website at justicedairycove.com to see our menu. At Justice Dairy Cove, we appreciate your business and wish good luck to the Rams. Dr. Ashdown and Dr. Carnivus have been making Happy Feet in the Mahoning Valley for 35 years. Our offices are located in Cortland, Champion, Austintown, Columbiana, and Howland. Our Howland office has relocated to 8601 East Market Street to the top of the hill. Advanced Podiatry offers sports medicine and treatment plans for all ages. You can also request an appointment online by visiting our website at advancedpodiatry.com. Advanced Podiatry, where surgery is always a last resort.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical Ohio high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
From high school to the pros and everything in between, you're listening to City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One network.
Experience nature's bounty with Creation's Backyard. Elevate your health with the most nutrient-dense foods on earth. From farm to table, sustainably cultivated with care. Grown locally in Niles, Ohio with no chemicals or synthetics ever. Unlock your culinary creativity with Creation Backyard Microgreens. Convenient local delivery and pickup options available. Order now at creationsbackyard.com or call 330-282-7208.
With over 30 years of experience, Madurix Butcher Block in Mineral Ridge is a quality-driven company focused on great personal service. Our fresh meats are of the finest cut. We make a variety of burgers, sausages, and a full line of deli meats. Using our own smokehouse, we prepare different types of jerky, snack sticks, kibasi, bacon, hot dogs, and bone-in hams. When your tummy needs some relief, call 652-BEEF. That's 330-652-2333.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Other way, into the left corner to Kelso, and back out on the perimeter to Wilson. Wilson will dribble over between the circles. 12 minutes, or nearing 12 minutes left to go in the first half. It's 9-4, New York International with the lead. Drive by Kelso is no good, and the rebound is taken by DME's Marshall, and he'll go into the lane and then throw it away, right into the arms of a New York International player. With the ball now is Cobb. He's dribbling right wing, fake to move inside, now going to move again to the corner, and he'll come back out. Then the ball knocked away. He'll do his drive the third time, and a foul called on a push.
Get a little chippy, but great defense there.
What number? I believe the foul is going to be called on Wash. It will be. DME called for the foul against Wash.
And watch Wash. He has an offer from K-State. Really good lockdown defender. It's going to be an interesting game. It's getting chippy already. They're letting each other know where they are and where they're from right about now.
First free throw good for Cobb. First point of the game for Cobb. As been said, an offer from Kansas State for Demarius Wash, 6'3", and both free throws falling for Cobb. 11-4, New York International. Iglesia around to the left side. Pulls it back out, then gives off to Marshall. Marshall drives left side, and his shot blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with DME. Marshall's an interesting one as well. Jermaine Marshall, 6'6", and looks like a basketball player. He's got the look.
Look the part all-star.
Fritz has it now. And Fritz's first name, Jocko Fritz. The shot by Iglesia in the corner is no good. New York International, the rebound. Into the corner to Cobb. Cobb working on Fritz. Floor has been cleared out on the left side. He's going to dribble away from the corner. Going up top, finds Kelso. Kelso, guarded by Iglesia. Inside pass, now finding Cobb on the left wing, and he picked up his foot before putting his dribble down, and that's a walk. Taylor found him on that left side, but the turnover and a substitution coming in. Kenny Isnord, a 6'9 player with more than 10 offers, the most notable from Virginia Tech, and Buzz Peterson coming into the game. Isnord. Play in the middle here for DME. Iglesia working against Kelso. Picks up his dribble, goes to Fritz. Inside now. Marshall turns, goes to the corner. 3 on the way from Taylor. Or, pardon me, not Taylor, Miller. And Miller missed it. Rebounded by Cobb, and New York International the other way. Kelso with it, bouncing near center circle. Hands off to Hall. Hall on the left wing by himself. Now to the top of the key, and a 3 on the way. Knocked it down. Wilson's first field goal makes it a 10-point lead.
I see you, young man.
Iglesia trying to get away, goes into the lane to Fritz, and Fritz knocked it right off the hands of Isnord and out of bounds. Too much mustard on that one, young man. And a steal down at the other end, almost. He knocked it out of bounds, did Miller. I'm getting Taylor and Miller mixed up. And a timeout called by DME. Full timeout. It is 14-4 New York International with 9:58 left to go here in the first half, and we can kind of fill in some names for you. The DME Sports Academy from Daytona. Their starting lineup had Jacob Tracy, as well as Jocko Fritz, Jermaine Marshall, Demarius Wash, and Anthony Iglesia. And I believe some substitutions have come in, such as Isnord and Jeremy Golson as well. New York International bringing out there on the floor David Wilson, a 6'2 point guard, as well as Anthony Taylor, Jalen Kelso, Jamal Hall, and one other starter was Nylek Cobb. I believe New York International still with the starters in there, if I'm not mistaken. They did substitute in
Cobb, Taylor, Wilson. Who else is right there? Kelso, Hall.
The starters are still on the floor. Inbounding New York International underneath their own goal, off to the side. And they get the ball into Taylor. Taylor will find Kelso. Kelso with Iglesia on him on defense. Iglesia slight, but boy, he is fast. Now with it is Cobb. Nylek Cobb dribbles around to the center circle. 10-point lead here for New York International. With it is Wilson, giving off now to Hall. Hall, around the perimeter they'll play until they find something inside they want to use. Into the corner, right corner, drive on the baseline. 17-footer is good for Wilson of New York International.
That looked like his shot right there.
DME finding rough going offensively here in the early part of this one. Iglesia goes right corner, finds Marshall. Marshall guarded very tough by Hall. Drive on the baseline, cut off. Out to the top of the key to Fritz. Inside pass. And not able to get the shot off is Kenny Isnord, but he'll be going to the free throw line as the foul called on Taylor, and that's 2 early fouls on New York International's Anthony Taylor.
DME coming out here and asserting themselves down low. It's going to be interesting to see exactly what New York International can do to thwart that.
Now, Jacob Tracy missed a couple of free throws early on. Now Kenny Isnord has missed one, so they're 0 of 3 from the free throw line. You can't miss free throws like that, especially when you're down early, and the bank by Isnord goes in. Don't see that much in men's basketball, but the bank open.
On a Saturday.
16-5, 11-point lead now for New York International. Ball down the floor with Kelso. Kelso gets around Iglesia, throws it up, no good. Only white shirts to rebound. Marshall pulls it off on his horse to the other end. All the way to the rim, has it ripped out of his hands. Stolen. New York International the other way. And a bump, and a foul, and a bucket. How about the work of He's going to get the three-point play the old-fashioned way, and Fritz is going to pick up his first foul. Right now, New York International just too aggressive for DME to handle on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, New York International is actually starting to assert their will into this game, and it's going to be interesting to see whether or not Cobb can take advantage of the matchup that he has in this game.
So the free throw now from Cobb, and he hits it. 5 points for Nylek Cobb. 19-5, 14-point lead, biggest of the game, and throwing it away is Iglesia.
Another turnover.
It was Jeremy Golson who's back into the game, who could not handle the pass from Iglesia on the wing. Another turnover, and DME is in a hole right now with 8.5 to play here in the Prep Post-Grad Division Championship game of the USA National Prep Basketball Championships. Pass knocked away by Golson, but picked up by Kelso. Kelso, guarded by Tracy, gets the ball off to Taylor. Taylor will drive to the left elbow, almost lose the ball, kick it left corner to Cobb. Cobb
has a good matchup here.
with Fritz on him. Between the legs, pulls it out, goes back to the left corner, fake the three from Kelso, and back to the top of the key to Cobb. Cobb around the screen, gives it back to Kelso. Isnord way out there to try and guard him. Cobb a drive, throws it up, no good. Loose ball, got it back, throws it up again, no good. Tapped around, another offensive rebound, this time by Taylor. Taylor, top key, and a three on the way that's no good by Kelso, and put back up and in by Hall.
Tenacious offensive rebounding there by New York International.
And it was Jamal Hall.
Look at this.
A turnover in the backcourt by DME. And a substitution coming in for DME as they'll bring in, for the first time in this game, Antonin Kim King, a 6'9" post player. But
intensity being ratcheted up here by New York.
Turnover nonetheless, and New York International has it on their offensive end. 21-5 the score. The red team on top. Give the ball to Hall. Hall, left wing by himself. Kicks it top of the key. Three on the way. Yep. Wilson's second three, 8 points for him.
Money.
And it's a run out. 24-5. DME can't get the ball up the court, much less get any offense. Tracy. Jacob Tracy gives the ball to Kim King. Now back to Tracy. Left wing drive, goes to the board. Got it to go. Tracy's first bucket.
And they needed that, Jim.
All the way to the other end quickly with New York International. Cobb hands off to Hall and gives the basket to Hall. 9 points. Hall leads all scorers, 26-7.
Little loose change dropping out of Cobb's pocket. That was a dime, my friend.
On the side to Miller. Miller gives off to Fritz, double teamed, and he won't. Substitution coming in. First one of the game for New York International. As they're going to bring in, I know I saw him come into the game. Oh, yes, it's Fairman. Jordan Fairman, 5'11" guard, coming into the game for New York International, and he'll come across the timeline with the basketball. 6:15 to play, a 19-point lead for New York International. Also into the game for DME is Zach Johnson. Here's a shot from the top of the key that's no good by Fairman, and a loose ball, last touch by New York International, goes out of bounds. It'll be DME basketball.
So the question is, how is DME getting out-rebounded right now by a smaller team? And the answer to that, my friend, is tenacity.
Hustle. You're exactly right. Marshall back into the game. Fritz gets a breather. Tracy gets into the front court. Goes inside to Kim King. Kim King almost stolen. He kicks it into the corner to Johnson. Now back up top as they find Tracy. Tracy, stutter step, gets it over at the free throw line to Marshall. Spin move, kicks it out. Zach Johnson, free throw line, back to Marshall. Double team. Wanted to go to Kim King. Kim King saved it in. No, he hit the baseline. And it's another turnover. Defense by New York International right now is nuts. I mean, it's off the charts. Here's a drive already by Kelso. He pulls it back out, though, and goes to Fairman. Fairman calls the play, will move over to the left wing, give the ball to Cobb. Cobb circles around, curls into the lane, throws it up, and he's fouled. Is it Zach Johnson that picks up his first foul? It is. 14 foul on DME.
I don't know whether or not I'm watching a remake of the old Arkansas Razorback defense or not, but this New York International team is out here getting it.
And Cobb just hit his 4th free throw. He's 4 of 4 from the line now, early on in this one with 5:18 to play. And I jinxed him. I jinxed him bigger than anything.
You do that sometimes.
He missed it. 27-7, 20-point lead. DME is going to have to take another timeout. Tracy turns and gives the ball to the official, and we've got another break here with 5:11 to play in the first half. 27-7. We didn't have very much time to get ready for this one at all. So trying to get names in as we can on this one. We had about 3 to 4 minutes between these two. The first game that we carried was our Millennium Division Championship game. And that one concluded with Carolina Basketball Academy getting the championship there. And now this is our Prep Post-Grad Division. Everybody in their last year here. And DME Sports Academy trailing by 20 to New York International. Right in front of me is Jacob Tracy, and he will look to inbound the ball. Does to Kim King. Kim King hands it back to Tracy. Tracy drives right side of the block. Drug his foot, and he won't.
A lot of pressure being put on by New York International to DME, making bad decisions right now is everybody on this DME team.
New York International with the ball again. Also, will give to Cobb. Cobb.
Defensive switch to a 2-3 zone here by DME.
And Fairman now goes right side to the three-point specialist, Wilson. Here's Kelso again. They go around the perimeter. Kelso left wing dribbles away from trouble to the center circle. And they're just going to take their time with the ball. Fairman inside pass, kicks it back out to Kelso. They went to Cobb for a moment. Now Fairman, that zone being extended way out there. Here's Fairman with a drive, throws it underneath, great pass, and the finish. A great finish by Taylor, his first bucket, 29-7. Marshall will bring it into the front court, go to Kim King. Kim King, double team, kicks it into the corner for a Zach Johnson three. No good. Offensive rebound, though, by Marshall. He'll kick it back out to Johnson. Johnson hands off to Tracy, drive in the lane, layup good. You can tell that was what was going to happen there. 4 points, and stepping across the line to inbound for New York International is Taylor. And that's a turnover, giving it back to DME. That's the first positive thing that's happened for DME on the offensive end of the floor. They will inbound underneath their own goal. Marshall just goes to the rim, and that's what he should have done to begin with.
Exactly. I don't know what he was looking for there.
Bucket by Marshall's his first field goal, and they finally get into double digits with 3:40 remaining here in the first half. 29-11. Cobb gives it off to Kelso. Cobb and Kelso going to play catch now on the right side of the floor up near center court. Back and forth they go. Cobb has it again. They're just going to take their time. An 18-point lead, I don't blame them. I mean, it's boring basketball, but heck, you're in it for a win in a national championship game. They want to get them out of that zone. Here's Cobb. Back to Kelso. Defense comes out, starts a count, but they will just play catch up top. Marshall comes out to take Cobb. He'll break the count, then come back near the center circle. Marshall's creeping out there on him. Between the legs, goes to Fairman. Fairman, right side to Kelso. They go back to a little bit of a man-to-man look. Here's Kelso. Behind the back, now hands to Fairman. Fairman drives on the right side, kicks it into the corner. Underneath, it was Wilson. Now a Fairman three off the back rim and rebounded by Tracy. DME down the left side of the floor, Zach Johnson, and intercepted on the pass to Kim King. A steal by Cobb, and Zach Johnson has committed his second foul in frustration.
DME worked so hard to actually get that defensive rebound and just tossed it away. Cobb in the right passing lane at the right time.
So 2 on Zach Johnson now. 29-11 your score. New York International with the lead with 2:14 to play here in the first half. Fairman will bring it up the floor. Gets around Zach Johnson, gives the handoff to Taylor. Taylor will give it to Kelso. Kelso drives in the lane. Underneath reverse, won't go. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson hands the ball to Tracy. Tracy into the front court. All the way down, throws it up. Missing the slam is Marshall. He missed it on the lob pass, and New York International the other way. Giving the ball to Wilson. And now Kelso and back to Wilson, and they'll call timeout. New York International wanting to talk it over.
Yeah, that missed slam was kind of what DME's day has been like. Opportunities that they're just missing.
29-11, 137 left to go in the game in the first half. And New York International has been in control from the outset of this one. And the coach of New York International really getting into his squad during this timeout. That's Coach Kelso over there giving his team raking over the coals. So we've crowned one champion. We'll have another one after this game. Small break, and then two more tonight. Somebody checking in with us here into the game. And then we had to direct them to the other side of the scorer's table. So one thing about being at the scorer's table, you love the angle, but everybody checks in with you.
Yeah.
Well, you don't check in with me, buddy.
We're not the official scorers over here.
So they'll inbound right in front of us. New York International with the ball, half court. 1:37 to play first half. Into the back court to Kelso, and Kelso will bring it up the floor. He is guarded by Golson. And into the lane, kicks it into the corner. Cobb was wide open for a three, but he didn't take it. Kelso and Cobb now, as they are going to wear out DME on defense. Just wear them down, passing the ball up top. There's a pass to Wilson, and then a shot that's no good inside by Hall. Rebounded by Marshall. Marshall lost it, got it back, picked up his dribble, needs help, finds it. As into the game is Wash for DME, giving it off to Tracy. Tracy on the left wing, working on Cobb. Has to back up just a bit. Under a minute to play. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Marshall the offensive rebound, and he's fouled as they will call the foul on Taylor, and that is number 3 on Taylor.
3 on Taylor.
3 or 2? Yeah, 2.
2?
Yeah, 2.
I give him one that somebody else had, so I apologize. She's the official word. My bad. I'm sorry. Okay. It's 2 fouls on Taylor. He will sit down. And coming into the game is Fairman. Fairman will check in and go to the left side of the lane for the free throw. First free throw was good by Marshall, and he'll get the second one to go as well. 4 points for the slender power forward for DME. Cobb picked up his dribble in the backcourt, has to get help, finds it in Hall. Passing over to Cobb again. Cobb breaks the count and gets the ball to Kelso left side and then backs out. They'll just play 4 corners. The old North Carolina stall game.
Yes, sir.
25 seconds remaining in the half. 29-14. Kelso goes up to get the basketball on the left side, goes down into the corner, 3 on the way, no good by Wilson, and the rebound comes down to the ME. Starting to cool off now is New York International, and the dunk at the other end by Kim King.
All right.
Nice running of the floor by the big man. 1 second left. I don't think he got that off. Did he get it off? Are they going to count that off? Oh my goodness.
Good.
Totally disagree. They're going to give Wilson a 3-pointer there.
Hold on. They're talking about it now.
I totally disagree with that. I'll tell you right up front that did not leave his hands before the buzzer went off. 32-16 if it counts. 29-16. That's a big difference. If they let that shot no good, they have disallowed the basket by Wilson.
Yeah, it's no good.
And to be honest with you, I can see why that the DME Sports Academy would be upset if they allowed that basket. It was way later than the buzzer.
That was late.
So our halftime score will remain 29-16. A 13-point lead for the New York International squad. We'll take a timeout, come back in just a moment. This is Sports Radio America.
What's the big deal?
Where can you get pizza, bread twists, specialty chicken, and more for just $5.99 each?
Is it at Domino's?
He hands off hand-tossed pizza and a marble cookie brownie. He's going! There's a lot of variety on the radio and at Domino's too, where you can
Mix and match 2 or more. $5.99 each at Domino's.
2-item minimum. Pan pizza, bone-in wings, and bread bowls will be extra. Ask for this limited time offer. Prices, participation, delivery area, and charges may vary.
Shocked and amazed by the power of fun on Carnival. Riding Bolt, the world's first roller coaster at sea, Brian got thunderstruck so hard, his 93-year-old grandmother felt it 3,000 miles away in Nebraska and immediately booked a cruise. Hooray! Get thunderstruck starting at $289. Carnival. Choose fun.
Cruises are in U.S. dollars per person, double occupancy. Taxes, fees, and port expenses additional. Restrictions apply. Full details on carnival.com. Ships registry, Bahamas, Panama.
Hey, Ray Magliozzi here. I'd like to carry more parts at my shop, but I just don't have the room. Every time I go in the back to get wiper blades, I trip over a dusty crate of Honda air filters, then bang my head on some GTO radiator hoses. eBay Motors never has that problem. They stock all the right parts at the right prices. 122 million of them, with everything from new headlights to vintage gear shifters. I can't imagine being able to stock 122 million parts. I mean, where would I get all those shelves? eBay Motors. Let's ride.
Western Union money transfers are now available at Walmart. When you send money with Western Union, you're sending so much more. You're sending opportunity, love, and support to the people you care about most. Visit your local Walmart today and send money with Western Union to family and friends in over 200 countries and territories around the world. Services offered by Western Union Financial Services, Inc., NMLS 906983, or Western Union International Services, LLC, NMLS 906985. See terms for details.
In the new Discovery Plus original true crime series Relentless, follow filmmaker Christina Fontana as she helps a family searching for their missing daughter, going down a rabbit hole of drugs, corruption, organized crime, and possibly murder. Relentless, now streaming on Discovery Plus. Start your free trial.
You are listening to Sports Radio America. Sports. Anytime, anywhere.
It was a disallowed 3 at the end of the half by New York International. The score is 29-16.
Saturday nights are football nights. From Duke Stadium in Alliance, Ohio, welcome in for some Tri-Point Football League action this evening between the Mahoning Valley Federals and the Ohio Gladiators. Welcome into the broadcast booth, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Lipsack here bringing you the play-by-play on CityView Sportscast, part of the iMedia One network, as well as SMP Sports on Facebook Live and YouTube, joined by my partner in crime, Matt Emch. Matt, back in the broadcast booth with you for the first time since November out at Salem. How you feeling, brother?
I'm happy as hell to be here. We are looking at football at an early part of the year where you do not expect to see football being played. We got some big boys. We got some adults and grown men running around today. I do miss the high school. There's nothing like it. And we will have that right after this season. But we are here for semi-pro, and I am pumped.
You and I will be back at Joe Lane Stadium in Mineral Ridge come mid-August to see the Rams. Actually, I think we're probably starting the road, aren't we? They'll be out in Atwater, take on Pie Valley first week of the season.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, I got a little trip, and I'm looking forward to see what the Rams are going to be doing. Coach Shaner is doing a great job. We had him on the show about a month ago. He was talking about how hard they're working in the weight room. All those young guys we loved watching last year, they're getting older. They're getting bigger and stronger.
Well, we are here at Duke Stadium, Marlington High School, this beautiful facility here on the outskirts of Alliance. And we are getting ready for the opening kickoff. Trying to tell by the alignment who's receiving here. Looks like it is going to be the Ohio Gladiators kicking it off.
You got the Gladiators in the dark royal blue unis with black pants, and then got the Federals in their all white unis with green helmets. Some, they didn't get everything they needed for their jerseys today, but you know what? Today is preseason and practice, so all white for the Federals.
All right, so we didn't get any... Okay, did we go to the wrong sides? Yes, we did. All right, you're doing semi-pro football when each team lined up on the wrong side. It will be Mahoning Valley to receive the opening kickoff. Matt, we didn't get rosters for the game, so we are going to just be going by jersey numbers here this evening. Looks like we have number 3 and number 5 back to receive.
And like I said, this is preseason. This is a scrimmage. So we are here practicing for being on the air. These guys, this is one of their last practices of hitting someone different than your own teammate. And coming from an ex-player, trust me, they cannot wait to strap it up and hit somebody new. You get sick of playing the same guys day in and day out.
And it looks like they will be kicking off from the 35-yard line. I'll just have to fix that on my stat program in the interim. All right, number 4, eyeing it up, runs up to the tee, and the kick is away. Going to be bouncing at the 30 and roll out of bounds at the 27-yard line. And so I believe that Mahoning Valley will be putting it in play probably at the 40s where it usually goes. They're going to put it 40 yards from the kick spot. Waiting to see where our umpires place the ball.
Some jerseys are going to be hard to get numbers from, but we will at least give you where they are playing, position at least, guys. We got a whole contingent of different players from the Tri-County area. The Valley we got people from Ursuline, Mooney, Fitch, Harding. We got the SVC represented basically, I think Boardman and other schools.
1st and 10, Bolt the 35. Sidecar 2 in the backfield. Twins to the left. Snap is back, and be a little toss. Going to cut back up the middle. Take a big hit at the line of scrimmage. That was number 9, the linebacker, coming in to make contact in the hole. They're going to give him 1. But that was a painful 1 yard, Matt, on the carry there by number 10.
I'm going to tell you what, though. Number 10 put a little shot on one of those defenders before 9 came up and introduced himself. So we were told by Mike Benner that we would see some good play out of that boy, and he did a great job on that one.
2nd and 9. Again, pistol formation Two in the backfield, going to turn, going to toss it to the right. Got blown up in the backfield by 95. Might have been a face mask.
It was definitely.
But no laundry on the field. So we're going to lose 3, and we're going to call it 3rd and 12.
There was 100% a face mask. His head snapped, but again, preseason, scrimmage, I'm just going to be honest. A couple of the refs were late. That's why we're going now instead of about a half an hour, 40 minutes ago.
So 3rd and 12. Ball at their own 33-yard line for the Federals. Back to pass. Looking over the middle. Has a man jumping catch by number 10. And not down now, finally tackled by 19 as he's crossed the 35-yard line. I think they're going to give him the 33. What a pass and what a leaping catch there by number 10.
I think number 10 is the young man that I had on the show this week, Coach Toms. And if I'm wrong, I apologize. There was a player from LeBray who was a big-time receiver, and that looked to be possibly him. It's either 10 or 19 that he is.
So 1st and 10, shotgun, 5 wide receivers, trips to the right. Back to pass, looking right, rolling right, throwing right. Pass is caught at the 30 by number 4. Step back to the 31, so we'll call it just a gain of about 3. So they actually marked him down on the previous pass at the 35-yard line. So 2nd and 6. Ball on the Ohio 31-yard line.
Coach Toms gave both the running and passing game A's. He really talked a lot of good things about the passing game, though.
Shotgun pistol formation. Snap is back. They'll give it to the second back. That's number 10. Going to spin through the hole and fall forward inside the 30 down to about the 27-yard line. So we'll call it 3rd down and 2 on the gain of 4.
Tell you what, Coach Toms spoke about, they did a lot of drills in practice without the big boys up front, the offensive line. And let's be honest, it's all one up front right there in that 5-yard gap. And the offensive line for the Federals is doing a great job.
Shotgun formation, 4 wide receivers, trips right side, car to the left. Snap is back. Looking right, rolling right, throwing right, almost intercepted. As throwing into double coverage was the quarterback for the Federals, broken up by number 10 for the Gladiators.
Tell you what, I figure it's not his regular uniform. I think it's 34 is the right guard on the Federals, is having a really good game right now. He has pancaked a couple guys. He's doing one of the best jobs I've seen out of those big boys up front in the white.
So 4th and 2. Ball on the 30 or 27-yard line. And the Federals are going to go for it here on the opening possession. Shotgun, 5 wide receivers, trips to the right. Snap is back. Looking left, throwing left, caught on the out by number 10. He's got the first down. He's inside the 10. He's inside the 5, fighting for the pylon.
Wow.
Ball came out. It's recovered in the end zone. Waiting for a signal.
No signal.
Touchdown.
Yeah. Wow, that was one heck of a catch and run. He would not be denied. He took hit after hit. He did not go out of bounds, and he put a nice lick on a couple of them defenders.
Nice work there by number 10. Again, wish we had names for you this evening.
Yeah, I apologize as well. I'm dying to say the names of some of these players right now. Yeah, this is not where you want confusion when you need that almighty extra point, guys. They might be going for 2 as well.
And it looks like the Federals will line up. So we're hearing from photographer Sheila on the sideline. They did not roll a touchdown. Maybe he stepped out of bounds at the 2, maybe, Matt.
Okay.
So I formation for the Federals. 3 wide receivers. Twins are to the right. Snap is back, handoff to the deep back 23, up the middle to the goal line.
He crossed.
No, they're going to mark him short.
Really? Wow. See, I'm going to trust you, buddy, because my glasses are in the car. That's the only thing I forgot today. And just to let everybody know again, we'll have full rosters, game 1, what high school that these guys went to, where they're from. There will be no confusion. Again, this is just a practice day, everybody, scrimmage time.
So 2nd and goal, ball inside the 1-yard line. I formation. They're going to give it back to number 10. He gets jammed up in the backfield toward the goal line. Touchdown!
There it is. Good job. You know what I like a lot, what I'm seeing so far from the Federals players, especially whoever has their hands on the ball, is just hard-nosed running. They're giving you some Roger Craig high legs, put your head down. You might tackle me, but I'm going to put a hurting on you for it kind of attitude. I like what I'm seeing out of these boys from the Yo.
So the Federals dent the scoreboard first, 6-0. And we'll see if they opt for 1 or 2. Does look like they're lining up to go for 2. Shotgun. 3 or 4 wide receivers, tight end right. Nobody in the backfield. Snap back, ball down, going for the fade to the back pylon on the left. Jump ball, incomplete. 2-point conversion, no good. Pass broken up by number 19. I think 81 was the intended receiver for the Federals, but they do dent the scoreboard first and lead the Gladiators here 6-0.
And, we were told by Mike Benner, number 19 for the Gladiators, actually was a Federal player, but he left to go over there. Yes, you did a good job breaking up a 2-point conversion, but don't get overly excited, guys, in blue, because they just put 6 on you.
So Mahoning Valley lining up for the kickoff. Again, you're listening to Matt Lipsack and Matt Emsch here on City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network. We are also on SMP Sports on Facebook Live and YouTube. If you're listening or watching on Facebook Live, share the stream. Get your friends to join in. We've got some good football action here for you on a gorgeous Chamber of Commerce Saturday night here in Alliance. Federals to kick it off from the 35 at the left hash. Here's the run up. And the kick is going to bounce at the 35, roll to the 30. Number 7 going to come to the near side, tripped up as he gets to the 35-yard line. 5-yard return for the Gladiators, and they'll put it into play.
You know what, Coach actually talked about the one thing that he's a little worried about, that he knows that they have to have some practice and get better in, is that third phase of the game, the almighty special teams, and you cannot have that lacking. You and I have seen many games, high school level, go the other way because of a point.
6-0 Federals here, second possession of the game. Gladiators lining up in the shotgun. We have whistles and a timeout by Mahoning Valley, as they did not like the way that they were lining up. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a quick timeout. You're listening to Mahoning Valley Federals football on City View Sportscast.
Do you crave mysteries? Are you fascinated by the unexplained? Then summon your courage and plunge into the deep, dark abyss of what lurks beneath. A YouTube channel that dives into the unexplained, the supernatural, eyewitness reports, and more. The real question is, can you handle the truth? Simply search What Lurks Beneath on YouTube, if you think you're brave enough.
From high school to the pros and everything in between, you're listening to City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One network.
Back at Duke Stadium, Gladiators first possession shotgun, twin sidecars, two back to pass, quick bubble screen over the head of number 12 and into incomplete. And on the block there, somebody got blown up, lost his helmet. That was number 12, the intended receiver. And Matt, normally bubble screen a pretty sure thing. That one about 6 feet over the guy's head.
Yeah, definitely got to get the practice with the practice game together. This is why you do it. You're going to have mistakes. You're going to throw high. This is where you get the idea of where your team is. And hopefully the Federals will be better than they think.
Shotgun, going to hand it off to number 6. Going to cut off left tackle. Gotten in the backfield. 17 in on the corner blitz. Broke up the run. And they're going to lose one on the play, Matt.
Yeah, hey, I'll tell you what, the defense is really flying around. The defensive line is doing a good job keeping their gaps under control. And that outside of the defense, that outside linebacker and corner came in, had a great play.
So he actually gave him the 36 on the kickoff. So loss of one on the play. We'll call it 3rd and 11. Shotgun, 4 wide receivers, sidecar to the right. 2 gets the snap, steps back to the pass, looks across the middle, and it is dropped at the 42-yard line by number 7. And it looks like the Gladiators are going to be forced to punt here on the opening drive.
Yeah, he heard some footsteps from that inside linebacker. Boy, he was about to get a little sandwich action going. He did not want to make that catch.
So 4th and 11. Upcoming for the Gladiators. Looks like number 4, who also handled the kickoff duty for the Gladiators, also going to take care of the punt here for us. If I could get the Federal who's backing up for the reception of the punt to turn his back to us so we could see his jersey, that would be great, as number 4 went for the rugby-style punt. Going to bounce at the 31, roll to the 20. Actually, a very friendly bounce here for the Gladiators. This rolls inside the 15 and is touched down at the 13-yard line. As Matt, for a second there, number 4 on the reception or on the snap as he rolled to the near side, he looked like he was going to throw it maybe.
Yeah, it made you wonder, where are we going here, guys? I know this is semi-pro. You got a lot more that you can do in here, but let's be a little smart about what's going on. You don't want to start doing silly things at the beginning of this game.
So 53-yard punt for the Gladiators. And the Feds, maybe a penalty on the play as they back it up inside the 10. They back it up to the 6.
Yeah, they just keep going. Wonder what had. Do we know what happened? Okay,
block in the back. All right.
Again, guys, don't be upset about having bad play or making mistakes. This is where you want it.
So on the handoff, getting stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Actually, he may lose 3 as they mark him inside the 5.
Yeah, they got some big defensive linemen down there. I know the one, I think the number is 71 that came through and had a really 77 or 71, the right defensive end. I can't see.
I think that's a 77 there on the.
Okay, he did a really good job. He got good penetration. He came in low and hard, and that was because of him.
So they're going to mark it at the 3. We'll call it a loss of 3. 2nd and 13 for the Federals. Going to line up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers to the near side. In a 5 wide receiver set, looks out on the out, caught, oh no, dropped by 81 as he came out of his break. He had it, and then as he went to the ground, he had lost it. So on the incomplete pass, it will be 3rd and 13 for the Federals.
And I believe that is the young man who I had on Just Football on Wednesday with Coach Toms. He's one of their 5 captains. He played his football at LeBray. And I remember actually calling the LeBray games when he was the top player on the field for them. That was his number in high school. He definitely is one to remember and keep an eye on for the rest of the season.
So 3rd and 13, ball right in the middle of the field for the Federals. Shotgun, 3 wide receivers. 2 in the backfield for the Federals. Gladiators showing blitz. Snap is back. Going to fake the handoff. Got the pass away. Intercepted. Touchdown.
Oh, boy.
A very quick pick 6 for number 9 of the Gladiators. Stepped right in front of the tight end. And he had nothing but green grass in front of him for the whole 6 yards that it took for him to get into the end zone there, Matt.
Yeah, he read it from the snap. See, you might be semi-pro. The old rules remain, guys. Don't stare down your receivers, even pre-snap. He was watching him from the beginning, and great play defensively. From what we were told, the Gladiators won the championship last year, so you got a lot of players that know how to win. Might be a little more smooth at the moment in the preseason. They did have another preseason game. This is the first for the Federals, second for the Gladiators.
So now 6-6, and Ohio will line up to attempt the extra point. Number 4 to make the kick. Looks like number 1 backup quarterback for the hold. Snap back, ball down, kick is up, kick is good. And so Ohio takes a 7-6 lead on the pick 6. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a quick break. You are listening to Mahoning Valley Federals football on CityView Sportscast and SMP Sports.
In the Valley, football is king, and the Mahoning Valley Federals are looking to build the 2024 roster with talent forged in this area to compete for a Tri-Point Football League championship. If you're 18 and older and looking to return to the gridiron, call General Manager John Galbraith at 330-540-1099 or visit the team on Facebook at Mahoning Valley Federals Developmental Football. The Mahoning Valley Federals, honoring the football tradition in the Valley. From high school to the pros and everything in between, you're listening to CityView Sportscast, part of the iMedia One network.
Back after the pick 6 by the Gladiators, and they now have a 7-6 lead over the Mahoning Valley Federals as we are still here in the first quarter. Number 4 to kick it off for the Gladiators. Just a little pooch kick. Going to hit at the 40 and then bounce out of bounds. And, you know, Matt, we've seen some of those not an onside kick, but it's an onside kick kind of thing as you try to get one of your gunners flying down the sideline, see if he can pick up that ball as it went out of bounds at about the 39-yard line, which I believe is where they're going to put it in play.
Yeah, and then the Gladiators are going to have good field position again. So not starting all the way with your back to the goalpost, that's a good thing. Maybe they can have a repeat performance of their first run.
And it looks like they're going to put the ball down at the 37 officially, where the Federals will put it in play 1st and 10.
Yeah, that first series, we saw some good things out of the green and white. Excited about finding out eventually who these guys are. And like I said, we'll let you know game 1 will have full rosters on who everybody is.
Green and white was my high school color, so nice to see some green and whites. Well, you're green and gold.
Green and gold, so very similar. We had all white unis too sometimes, so.
Shotgun, 3 wide receivers, 2 in the backfield for the Federals. They'll hand it to the deep man. That's number 10. Some instant penetration there by the Federals, but 10 able to squeak through. Balls on the carpet, bouncing around.
That's their ball.
Federals are saying he was down, but umpire rules Ohio football.
Yep. You know what? They had a great run, a lot of mental toughness, just no give up in that running back. But what's going on is with each time he's dealing with a different defender, you're getting shots, hands, punches going on that ball. He finally lost it going to the ground, and they just lost that ball to the defense.
So that is at the 43-yard line of the Federals, and Gladiators will put it in play 1st and 10. So we are still here in the first quarter. So in addition to not having rosters, they weren't able to figure out how to get the clock turned on here at Duke Stadium.
Yeah, that's definitely a
And there the ball's on the carpet again, but the running back for the Gladiators able to jump back on top of it for a gain of 1, as there's a problem on the exchange.
Well, they did a quick snap. They tried to grab them, just looking around and talking with each other. And when you got him-hawing going on, that usually works. But what happened, it went against them. They're very lucky that the Federals didn't get that ball back.
So 2nd and 9 for the Gladiators. Ball at the Federals' 42-yard line. Shotgun, 3 wide receivers, twins to the right. Now, actually, you're going to put out another wide receiver here as we get whistles on the play. And is that the end of the first quarter, Matt?
I believe so.
So, as we head to the second quarter, your score is Ohio Gladiators 7 and Mahoning Valley Federals 6. We're going to go ahead and step aside for 60. You are listening to Tri-Point Football League action here on City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network, and SMP Sports on Facebook Live and YouTube.
Are you tired of settling for mediocre wings at sky-high prices? Belleria Niles has some of the best wing prices in Trumbull County, with 12 wings for $10 with over 15 flavors to choose from. Mention this show, Just Football with Matt Emsch, with your order and receive a free cheese puff until January 31st. Belleria at 602 Robbins Avenue, Niles, Ohio. 330-544-FOOD. That's 330-544-FOOD. Belleria, we sell taste one bite at a time.
From high school to the pros and everything in between, you're listening to City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network.
Back inside Duke Stadium here in Alliance, Ohio. Matt Lipsack and Matt Emch here with you. 7-6, Ohio Gladiators with the lead here as we start the second quarter. Gladiators attacking from left to right. It's their ball, 2nd and 9. Ball in the Mahoning Valley 42. After the Gladiators just recovered a fumble. Now here on the shotgun snap, going to hand it off to sidecar number 6. He gets up the middle, breaks a couple of tackles, breaking to the near side. At the 15, at the 10, makes another juke, gets down to the 6-yard line for the gain of 36 yards. 1st and goal for the Gladiators.
I'll tell you what's that kid's number again?
Number 6.
Number 6 just turned it on. He got rid of about 8 defenders in green and white, and they look much better schooled at the moment.
1st and goal for the Gladiators. Shotgun snap. They're going to hand it off to 6 again. Tries to cut to the outside. Now back up the middle. Pushing toward the goal line. Pile falls into the end zone. That's a touchdown.
Hey, you got to give credit where credit is due. The offensive line for Ohio did a great job on that series. That was all running back, those 2 plays. He looks like a pro right there. Forget the semi.
Quick feet, quick and lively feet there for the running back, Matt, as I believe I saw that Ohio is going to go for the PAT, number 4, on to take the kick.
Yeah, if you have the ability to get that one, take that one. Don't always go for 2, because 9 out of 10 times you're not going to get those 2.
And like you said, Matt, sometimes that 1 point can be oh so valuable.
Big time. And the Federals did not get one or two, that could come into play at the end of this one.
And, of course, Ohio able to cash in on the fumble. Snap back, ball down, kick up. Kick is good. And opening minute here of the second quarter, Ohio has jumped ahead with a 14-6 lead on the Federals. We'll keep it here, Matt. One quarter of the preseason here. Any impressions to share?
A lot of little mistakes, but not as many as I expected to see out of the Federals. Again, the Gladiators actually had one preseason game before this to get under their belt, so you got a lot more practice. You have a defending championship team, so you expect a little more smoothness to what you're going to see on the field. This is a brand new franchise, the Mahoning Valley Federals. These guys are brand new to being teammates with each other. You got ages from 18 to 33 going on. They're going to start to pull it together. Trust me, they don't look bad. They just got to fix some of the small problems.
And, of course, if you are watching on SMP Sports on Facebook Live or YouTube, make sure you share that stream. Get your friends involved here. We've got some great football action coming to you here from Duke Stadium. Also, you can visit SheilaMathersPhotography.com. That's SheilaMathers Photography.com. Sheila's down there on the sidelines getting all the shots for the game. So head over to the website. Get your picture. As for line drive kickoff going to bounce at the 18, going to be fielded by number 7, makes a couple of moves up the middle, gets to the 30, breaks a couple of tackles.
Nice.
Check that it's number 5 as he rolls forward to the 35-yard line. Nice little return there. About 15 yards.
Definitely a nice return. He was hitting the X button a couple times, hitting that spin move. There were some big hits with that Gladiator team going down full bore. He made a miss. There are good players showing some potential for the season for the Federals, so we'll have to see how that works out.
So 1st and 10 for the Federals, ball at the 35, just inside the far hash, as the Federals will attack from right to left here in the second quarter. Federals still in the huddle. Now they'll break it. Come to the line of scrimmage like they're going to be in the shotgun. 5 wide receivers, empty backfield, trips to the right. Snap is back, looking left, throwing left, has a man, 81, comes to the ball, makes the catch across midfield, inside the 40. Gonna mark him down at the 42. Making the tackle, 27 for Ohio. And Matt, that's just a tall man winning a jump ball down there.
It is, and again, that is one of their captains. I apologize. Again, we don't have rosters, but that young man went to LeBray. Thank you. His name is Ali, Allie. That's number 81. Thanks to Matt. We have 3 Matts here in the booth, by the way. Matt on play-by-play, myself on color, and Matt on video.
Shotgun, 4 wide receivers, trips right. Little bobble on the snap as the quarterback rolls to the right, sets his feet, gets the ball away, over the middle, tipped and incomplete. As trying to make the jumping catch at the 25-yard line were the Federals. It looks like we maybe have a Gladiator down and hurt on the play.
Yeah, he's definitely in some pain. I want to say this one thing. Do we have a name on the quarterback by chance?
There is a flag on the play as well.
No name on the back. So all I want to say about the quarterback is he has made some good choices, but the one thing he is doing regularly, so we got holding on the Federals. It's going back. But one thing on the quarterback, if you're going to be listening to this later down, coaches, teammates, you got to stop throwing it up for Barr. What I mean is you're not really looking down your receivers completely. He's just throwing it up and looking to God for somebody to come down in the white with that ball. If you're not sure about where you're going to put it, don't throw it. Throw it out of bounds.
And that one was into triple coverage. And again, to add insult to injury, holding on the play. So we're going to back it up to the 47-yard line of Ohio. So it'll be should be first and 20. See, there is no jersey number for the quarterback, unfortunately.
That takes care of that. Thank you. Definitely a challenge.
Say down marker on the far side says second, but if it was holding it, any sort of 10-yard penalty on the offense
should be first.
Should be repeat the down. Should be first down still.
Well, maybe he was one of the late referees.
Well, that we were missing. I think one of our umpires.
Yeah, it's first now. They fixed
There we go. All right, so first and 20 for the Federals. As looks like number 9 was shaking up on the play. Good to see him back to his feet.
He definitely took a headshot. He's
might have been from his own man, honestly, because there were, I think, 4 blue shirts around that football as it popped up in the air. And whoa, little trouble getting to the side. He
that's
wobbled.
Scary. Yeah, that's really scary. Yeah, he just wow. You don't want to see that. That's really not good. I don't know if he took a shot in the head. He was holding his head.
Now being helped off by his teammates.
Yeah, that's definitely not something you want to see. He's red as a beet. That could be heat exhaustion as well. I hope he's all right. We all hope he's all right. This is when you don't care about the game. He looks like he is. See, he looks like he's together. I think he might just be. He might have heat exhaustion going on. I don't want to guess.
Well, trainers for Ohio be looking after him as we get back to action. First and 20 for the Federals. 4 wide receivers in the shotgun sidecar to the left, trips to the right. Snap is back. Quarterback back to pass. Going to put his foot in the ground, and he's going to go down. Couldn't escape the pressure as he's going to lose about 6 here. No, call it 5 as he's... I think they're going to mark him at his own 48-yard line.
Yeah, great job by number 90 and number 22 off the defense. 90, one of those big defensive linemen up front. I think he is the left defensive end. Came through unabated and just had a great play. Big boy. They got some good-looking players on both sides of the ball, but on that one, the blue and the black won that battle.
Might have been a good one for a draw there, Matt, on a first and 20. And here we are, second and 25 on a moving second quarter clock. Shotgun 4 wide receivers, sidecar to the left is number 10. Trips are to the right for the Federals. They're showing blitz. 22 coming off the blind side, but it's the linesman breaking through the middle. Number 42 gets him back at the 40. That is a loss of 8. Third and a mile, third and 33, Matt.
Yeah, all they're doing is they're just doing some real basic grade school backyard football type of defense right now. The Federals timeout also on the Federals, but taking up where I left off. They're just blooding it. And what I mean by blooding it is they're just going in to huddle and they're guys, everybody pin your ears back and just rush the quarterback because the offensive line looks a little confused at the moment. They know they have them and they've got the players that are winning these up-front battles on the line of scrimmage.
The drive certainly started great for Mahoning Valley. They started with a 20-yard completion on Derek DeMar is the quarterback come here? Damata. So no jersey number for Derek Damata, but again, 28-yard pass play to start the drive for the Federals, and then since then they've done nothing but gone backwards, Matt.
Yeah, they've got to get that offensive line to start plugging up some of them holes. Like I said, the defense, especially the defensive line for the Gladiators, is playing a great game right now.
All right, so third and a mile, but third and 33 to be exact. Ball at their own 40 for the Federals. D'Amato back in the shotgun to bring a sidecar in to his left, so now 4 wide receivers. Trips are to the right. 4 at the line, dropping back, and then incomplete is D'Amato. Threw it at the feet
of Ali. You know, it's funny, with my old partner from back in the day with Tim Continenza before the Matt and Matt show was put together, we did some LeBray games, and I remember him on the field for LeBray for the Vikings, and he was one of, if not their best player. They had a great season his senior year, I remember as well, and he was lights out. Every time he got the ball, he did something with it, and he was a hell of a defender, too.
So it looks like number 10 going to be the punter for the Federals here on 4th and 33. Back to receive inside his own 30 is number 5 for the Gladiators. Snap back and just able to get the kickoff. It's high, but it's short. Off of number 92, and that's going to be a muff, and it's recovered by the Federals. 42 trying to break a tackle. He laterals it back. And
that was stupid. Oh, my God. What are they doing?
See, I didn't even think you were allowed to advance a muff like that.
You know what? This is semi-pro. Yes, you're allowed to do other things, but, I mean, you just got the ball back on that special teams play, and then you're going to go ahead and throw it to somebody. That could have easily been turned over and given right back to the Gladiators. They're lucky that didn't happen.
So I think our officials are discussing it right now, and Matt, I don't think you can advance a muff punt like that. So I think they're probably going to put it back at the spot of the recovery.
I agree with you.
And which should be about the 40-yard line.
Right.
We'll see what our crew ends up with here for us.
And this is where the coaches are going to get the coach, and they're going to get that guy on the sideline. And I could think of Coach Bob Gessler getting his hands on that player and explaining very nicely why, you should not do those types of things. Play smarter, guys.
And, Matt, I had it right. They advanced it to the spot of the muff, which is actually the 39 of Ohio. So Mahoning Valley retains possession.
Good job.
Shotgun. 2 wide receivers, 2 in the backfield, tight end to the right for the Federals. Snap is back, and I hand it to the deep man. Try to break it out to the right, and the ball is on the turf again. Is the line for Ohio on it?
Yep. They got it.
Blue is saying it's our ball, waiting for a signal from our referee, and it is Ohio football.
They are doing what I said a few minutes ago. All they are doing is blitzing the house. They are bringing everybody. They're pinning their ears back, and everybody is just going for the ball carrier. The running back has nowhere to go, and he is getting stripped every play.
So Ohio recovers at the Mahoning Valley 46-yard line. There's 3 turnovers now in the first half for Mahoning Valley, man, if I've got that right.
3 for Mahoning, 1 for the Ohio Gladiators.
So 1st and 10, and before we have our snap, we have a whistle. And it looks like Mahoning Valley going to use their final timeout of the first half. We're going to step aside. You're listening to Tri-Point Football League action on CVU Sportscast and SMP Sports.
SNK, painting your house today. SNK, painting your house.
SNK SNK Painting provides exceptional painting and refinishing services to the Mahoning Valley and surrounding communities by being an industry leader in our field, focusing on customer service and delivering extraordinary results. We offer interior and exterior painting, and we specialize in cabinet refinishing with affordable cabinet solution. Call SNK Painting for your free estimate at 330-505-1910. From high school to the pros and everything in between, you're listening to City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One network.
Back inside Duke Stadium here in Alliance. Gladiators with a 14-6 lead. And they have the ball, shotgun, 4 wide receivers, trips right, sidecar to the right, and that sidecar is going to get the handoff. Number 4, up the middle, breaks a couple of tackles, made a juke as he crossed the 50, got down inside the 45. I think maybe a late hit penalty flag coming here from the back judge, actually signaling holding. No, face mask.
Face mask, and man, he threw that sucker high because it looked like a parachute coming down.
So on the play, looks like he got to the 40, and a 15-yarder will bring it down to the 25.
Yeah, the Federals are falling apart mentally right now, and that's what these games are for. I do feel a little concerned for them for game 1 because they're only getting one practice scrimmage out of this, or preseason game. They got a lot to fix when practice starts this week.
Of course, you love that as a coach. You want a few things to go wrong. As here, the bubble screen is thrown 5, breaks a tackle, 25, 20, 15, tackled from behind by 33. And we'll see where they mark him. Looks like they're going to give him the 11-yard line, 14 yards and a first down.
Yeah, I don't know. That's either 7 or 17, the one defensive back for the Federals. Upset with himself. Instead of smacking your helmet, being upset, chase the ball, son. You missed a tackle, go after it and make the second one.
And backup quarterback in for the Gladiators. That's number 1. 3 wide receivers, sidecar to the right. Here's the handoff to number 4. Sprint draw up the middle. Inside the 10, gets down close to the 5. In fact, they're going to give him the 5. Maybe just inside the 5. We'll call it second and a long 4.
I'm going to tell you what, number 4 is running that ball like a beast. That left side of the offensive line for the Gladiators is just manhandling the Federals. Ooh, nice
As
hit.
here off the next play, 4 gets blown up in the backfield by 23 and 33.
Yeah.
And it's going to be third down as that was a loss of, we'll call it 3 back to the 8.
Yeah, 23 came blitzing. He came through like a bat out of hell and made a nice hit. To his man, number 22, was right behind him, doing it, sharing the love a little bit on defense. Great play for the Federals.
So 3rd and 7, ball at the Federals' 8-yard line as the Gladiators looking to grow their lead. Getting the backup quarterback in for the Gladiators. Looks like going to be shotgun. 3 wide receivers, twins left, tight end right, sidecar to the left. Snap is back, looking to throw across the middle. Tight end bobbles and drops it. 95 had it right there. Could have walked in for a touchdown, but off the fingertips and incomplete. It'll be 4th down.
He saw what was coming. He had a defensive back coming towards him ready to unload, and he thought about it for a second, and he did not go for that ball full out.
So looks like they're lining up to go for it. Backup quarterback number 1 heading out to the huddle for the Gladiators.
Beautiful day here on a Saturday. It's hot as hell on that field, though, boy. That sun is beating right. No shade.
And I think looks like Ohio's going to take their first time out of the half. As here we have Ohio 14 and Mahoning Valley 6. We're going to step aside for 30 seconds here on City View Sportscast and SMP Sports.
Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course, is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway Club Fitting Center, and an Odyssey Fitting Studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112. From high school to the pros and everything in between, you're listening to City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One network.
Back inside Duke Stadium here in Alliance, 4th and 7. Ball inside the Federals' 10-yard line. It's at the 8. Gladiators can get to the 1 and get a first and goal, or they can get a touchdown, but it looks like instead they are going to go for the field goal.
Again, guaranteed points. If you got the personnel that can get you that guaranteed point, why mess around and go for 2?
Ball right in the middle of the field. Number 4, the kicker for the Gladiators. Snap back, ball down, kick is up. Kick is off the upright and no good.
There you go. Hey, I'm just saying go for the 1. They thought they had the personnel in there that could make it. Again, it's preseason. You're practicing something you're going to have to work on for the regular season. But now you're in a situation, if you're the Federals, that missed point right there could help you if you get some more points on the board.
So 25-yard field goal, no good. And the Federals will get to put it in action. 1st and 10. Looks like they're going to spot the ball at the 15-yard line.
Federals got to put together a series like they did in the first series when they just went straight down the field and put 6 points up on the board. They have not been able to handle this Gladiators defense ever since that first series. Got to give credit to the coaches for the Gladiators. They made adjustments immediately. Do not wait to go in at halftime. You do it on the field, man.
And check that. They put the ball down at the 20, which confuses me a little bit because the ball was kicked from the 15, but what do I know? Shotgun, 4 wide receivers, trips right. Sidecar to the left for D'Amato. Looks right and is going to run for it. Across the 20, coming to the near sideline and gets wrapped up. I saw number 8 in there on the tackle for Ohio. Did he get out of bounds, or is Ohio calling a timeout? Yes, they are calling a timeout, trying to conserve some of this second quarter clock.
Yeah, I don't really get why he did not force that to get out of bounds, unless they just want to get in at halftime and get their team some wind or something. But I would, as the field general, get out of bounds, man. Save as much time as you can on the board. Don't take another timeout unless you need it.
So they're going to give D'Amato a gain of 4 to the 24. So we'll call it 2nd and 6. When we get back to action, let's take a quick look at some of our first half statistics. Number 6 for the Gladiators, 3 carries for 41 yards and a touchdown. Number 4, 4 carries for 18 yards. Of course, Gladiators did have the 1 pick 6 that led to their opening touchdown. All right, we're back to action. Shotgun, 5 wide receivers, nobody in the backfield for the Federals. D'Amato takes the snap, looking right, throwing right. Pass is deflected at the line of scrimmage, incomplete.
Yeah, defense has really got their nose.
As we have some unsportsmanlike conduct behind the play. Don't know if it was 32, don't know if it was 92 in the white.
I think that's going to be on the Federals. Yep.
I don't know about that. I mean, 90. He was doing a little pointing, a little talking, so unless he said something that the ref didn't like.
Yeah, he got caught saying something, and, let's not forget, guys, the old adage, it's always the second guy. He must have got a shot put on him from whatever defender that was, and ref only heard and saw what he did in retaliation. So keep your head on. don't start spouting obscenities out there. Refs will throw a flag. It doesn't matter.
Well, the ball's still at the 24.
Okay.
I got nothing.
That's a little confusing.
I'm confused as well. 3rd and 6. Shotgun 4 wide receivers, tight end left. D'Amato looking right, under pressure immediately, and down he goes.
Yeah, they're just play in and play out. Just sending the house. Number 51 for the Ohio Gladiators did a great job just getting past that big line for the Federals, and quickness and speed seems to be winning over the bigger offensive line of the Federals right now.
Loss of 4 on the sack, and Ohio will use their final timeout of the half. And it will be, after all of that, Matt, it's 4th and 10.
Wow.
So we'll be number 10 back to punt for the Federals. And number 5 will be back to return, as lining up to kick it from inside of the 10 and 5 is drifting back toward midfield. As the first punt was high, but only went about 20, 25 yards.
Yeah, we've definitely not seen stellar play on either side of the ball with special teams today. Got to have that third phase just as shiny and new as offense and defense. It matters.
As the Federals trying to make sure they have 11 and only 11 on the field. Quick snap here, and the punt is away. It's high again, but very short. This is going to bounce at the 41-yard line. Take a Federals bounce. Number 5 came up to actually grab it. Don't know if I would have done that, Matt, as he got swallowed up quickly, and then somebody just dropped to the ground. Number 10 bounced right back up for the Gladiators. Don't want to do that. He took the dead man pose there, Matt, first. It just dropped out of nowhere. I was worried.
He got popped. He took a good couple shots there for grabbing that ball. You know, that's something that comes also with time. You know, it might be a new player. You don't have everybody year in and year out on both sides of the ball from whatever team. Even if you won a championship, you got to get them young guys under the nail, so to speak, and get them doing what you normally do in any other level. Be smart. Let that ball go.
So 1st and 10, ball at the Federals 44. 1 back to pass under pressure. Right down on the corner blitz by number 23 of the Federals. Ball back across midfield.
Yeah, 23's having a heck of a game on defense. He's had now 2 sacks. That's a huge sack for 23. Wish I had a name.
So sacked back at the 47-yard line of the Gladiators. That's a 9-yard loss on the corner blitz. And is that halftime, Matt?
Your guess is as good as mine. I wish we had. I keep looking at the scoreboard, hoping it's going to light up. That's halftime.
All right, so at the end of the first half, your score, Ohio 14 and Mahoning Valley 6. We're going to step aside for a break. You've been listening to Tri-Point Football here on City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia Network and SMP Sports.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
From high school to the pros and everything in between, you're listening to City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network.
Back back inside Duke Stadium here for halftime. Tri-Point Football League preseason action between the Mahoning Valley Federals and the Ohio Gladiators. And your score here at halftime, Ohio with the 14-6 lead. Mahoning Valley got the opening kickoff, took it 9 plays, 65 yards, ended in I believe it was a 1-yard touchdown run. Took a 6-0 lead as the 2-point conversion was no good. After a punt for Ohio, Mahoning Valley had it inside their own 10, ended up as a pick 6 for the Gladiators, and they took a 7-6 lead. And then ensuing drive for Mahoning Valley ended in a fumble, which led to a touchdown, 3 plays, 43 yards for the Gladiators to take the 14-6 lead. Gladiators also missed a field goal there toward the end of the second quarter, but that's how we got to our 14-6 score. Matt, before I go into the stats, any impressions from the first half?
I see a lot of mistakes I expected to see from a brand new franchise. Even if this was high school, I expect to see everything that I see. Again, I do want to make it very clear to everybody, the Gladiators had a preseason game on top of this today, so they've been more practiced with different players. The only guys that the Federals have been hitting for the last, X amount of weeks has been their own. They're going to make mistakes. They're going to fix them. Coaches will see a lot of good things today, and they'll see a lot of good, bad, and not bad, but good, bad things. And that means that you're going to be able to correct things that you see on the field. You don't want them to make mistakes you expect it, but you want it to be things that you can correct. So, I see some really good players out there, some guys that have some incredible speed. They have some big boys playing on both sides of the line. Pretty much, status quo for what I expected today to see, just some mistakes and things that they're going to need to fix.
So let's go ahead and take a look at the first half statistics. We'll start with the Gladiators for rushing statistics. Number 6, 3 carries for 41 yards and a touchdown. Number 4, 4 carries for 18 yards. And then number 1, the backup quarterback, -9 rushing yards on the sack. Passing statistics, number 1, 1 for 2 for 14 yards. Number 2, 0 for 2. Receiving statistics, number 5 for Ohio with the 1 catch that went for 14 yards. And again, the pick 6 was number 9, who returned it 6 yards for the touchdown for the Gladiators. Over to the Federals. And the rushing statistics are not good. I mean, really just the first half statistics in general not good. 3 fumbles and an interception for the Federals. Let's see, I've got number 23, 1 carry for 1 yard. The quarterback, Derek D'Amato, 2 carries for 0 yards. We had a player with no number on his jersey, 1 carry for -7 and a fumble. And then number 10, I have him at 6 carries for -10 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 fumble. D'Amato passing is 0 for 2. Well, that can't be right. I guess just since I named him in my stat program. I know he at least has the interception. He has, 2 completed passes. Well, I'll have to go back and fix my stats here for the first half. But receiving yards. So here we go. Looks like, let's see, I can do this quickly. Let's see, 80. It's like 93 passing yards for D'Amato. Actually, I have 4 complete passes. Number 10 with 3 catches for 61 yards. Number 81 with 1 catch for 28 yards. And number 4 with 1 catch for 4 yards. We're going to go ahead and step aside for a break. You're listening to the Halftime Report here on City View Sportscast and SMP Sports.
Do you crave mysteries? Are you fascinated by the unexplained? Then summon your courage and plunge into the deep, dark abyss of what lurks beneath. a YouTube channel that dives into the unexplained, the supernatural, eyewitness reports, and more. The real question is, can you handle the truth? Simply search What Lurks Beneath on YouTube, if you think you're brave enough.
From high school to the pros and everything in between, you're listening to City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One network.
And welcome back, everybody. Matt Amps here. Matt Lipsack is taking care of things on the board. I am going to bring in somebody, Director of Football Operations, Mike Benner for the Federals. How you doing today?
Hi, Matt. I'm doing well.
What do you think about that first half?
A bit sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
I look at this and say, okay, this is our first time out as a team, and the first series of plays, we went downfield and scored a touchdown.
Yeah, looked really good, too.
Very, very good. Running the ball very hard, mixing up passes and running. That's what I think we need to get back to for the second half of the game.
Mm-hmm.
But this is their first time together as a team, and I'm impressed. The linemen are there. They just got to learn teamwork. And this is the first time I've seen them together myself. And there's a lot of things that got to be fixed. But I'm not too down, because the first touchdown that the Gladiators got was a gift.
Mm-hmm.
We had the ball inside our own 5-yard line, pass interception, the guy walks it to the end zone. Touchdown.
Yeah, a lot of turnovers today. You don't want to hand those.
Right.
Don't feel too bad, though. I want to interrupt you there because, it's preseason. You understand the game. You know that there are things that are going to have to be, I don't want to say nicely fixed. The coaches are going to raise their voices this week.
Right.
The offensive line I spoke about as, I spoke to Coach Toms and Mr. Ali, I think is who I had with me. And what a player he is, by the way.
Yeah.
First time that the offensive line is together really with the rest of the team. The only thing I see is just some miscommunication, which will come with time and practice. And first time they get to strap it up and play against guys that they don't practice with every day. So it's not bad.
The offensive line has to learn how to pick up blitzes.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll run a 4-man front, and they're blitzing 2, both through the A or the B gap. It's a constant jump right at the ball, right at the snap.
Yeah, they're sending the house quite a bit,
and that's a good defense, because this is the defense that the Gladiators have in the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
And the offense they're running is good. It's a timing. Everything is in a quick pass timing, on balls out on the 3 count. And the defense has to adjust to that. The defense adjusted it and went to man defense. That kind of shut them down.
Mm-hmm.
Hence the missed field goal at the end. And but they're experienced. They are the defending national champions.
Mm-hmm.
You got to give them a lot of big respect for that. And we're hanging in there.
You are.
We're hanging in there. We still got a second half to go. And I think the guys realize you make one mistake against a team like this, and it's going to cost you.
Yeah, it's definitely going to. You can't turn the ball over against anybody.
No.
You're going to hand points to the other team, but again, this is a scrimmage. This is where you learn. Some bright spots. Number 32 on defense is really a tremendous player. What's it? Do you know his name, by the way?
I believe that's Dominic Harris.
Dominic Harris, number 32. I see some good play out of the receivers, obviously. Again, Mr. Ali, number 81. I know that the quarterbacks are dealing with sun in their eyes. I saw a couple plays that, he's throwing the ball up. Got to get that under control, though. That could end up going the opposite direction. But for the most part, not too much of a problem to get these guys schooled and doing better, and they're already lining up here.
I know. They're ready to go.
Yeah.
This team is hungry. The Federals are hungry.
They are.
And they got another week off after this, and then we break out in the home game.
Well, we are looking forward to the season coming up. Mike Benner, thank you very much, sir, for coming on.
Matt, you're welcome. I love this job. You guys are doing fantastic.
Thank you. Well, we're happy to be a part
of it. We really
it.
appreciate you all the way around.
Well, we can't wait for the season. Thank you, sir, for stopping up.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Go Feds.
That was Mike Benner, Director of Football Operations for the Federals. And we are actually getting ready to kick off. So we don't even need to take a break here at all. Thank you, sir.
All right. Back here inside Duke Stadium, we are preparing for the second half kickoff. Feds are going to kick it off from the left to the right to get us back in action. Here to start this third quarter. Ball at the left hash. Again, the Federals kicking off from left to right here as we prepare to start the second half. Here's the run-up, and the kick is away. It is a short kick. Going to bounce at the 31. Grabbed by number 4. Retreats inside the 30. Back to the 25. Trying to get the quarter back across the 30. Ooh. 35, and a big hit at the 39-yard line. And 42 and 10 in the white. Staring down at the man.
Yeah, his head looked like it almost came off of his body. Number 4 is definitely feeling that one. You see him on the sideline. He is shook up. Man, what a shot.
So, ran a long way. Only ended up with a return of 8 yards. So Ohio going to put it in play, 1st and 10, ball at their own 39-yard line here to start the second half.
Yeah, I was going to say that. He's running a heck of a lot of distance to get nowhere because they had great pursuit to start that kickoff for the Federals.
He ran back as far as his own 25. Luckily, he did get the corner. Ended up making some positive yardage out of it, as number 2, who was the starting quarterback for Ohio, is back in the shotgun here. 3 wide receivers, a pair of sidecars there in the backfield for the Gladiators. And they're going to run the reverse. Number 4 around the right side gets the corner. He's at the 50, at the 45, the 40, and forced out of bounds. Big play to start the second half for the Gladiators as they get it down to the Mahoning Valley 35-yard line. It's a gain of 26.
Well, I'll tell you what, you had the left defensive end for the Federals. He actually jumped the snap. He did a good job thinking and knowing when it was going to be snapped. He almost messed up that pitch, but he got upfield too far. They had no one to the outside to contain. And number 4, he took that huge shot. I give him a lot of credit for getting the ball next play.
As we are back to pass number 2. Overshoots. And an interception is dropped. It hit 13 right between the numbers on that white shirt as it went off the hands of number 12. Pass incomplete. 2nd and 10. And lucky the Gladiators are going to be 2nd and 10 here, Matt.
Yeah, they're very lucky. That was one of those peekaboo moments that he did not expect to get a shot at that interception, and he's killing himself right now. Trust me, those are hard to forget, but you got to have a short memory in football. Forget about it. Go to the next play.
2nd and 10, ball at the 35 near the far hash. Shotgun 4 wide receiver, sidecar to the right. I believe is number 6. Snap back, it's a pass. Looking left, throwing left. Pass is deflected at the line of scrimmage by number 6 in the white shirt. Incomplete.
Yeah, good job. Defense is playing very well at the moment. They definitely made some adjustments for the second half. Aside from that first play of the series for the Gladiators, they've been doing a good job so far.
And Matt, sometimes you can't always get to the quarterback. Get your arms up.
100%. Thank you, sir. Great advice from my partner. Get the hands up, guys. You can't always get there. Get the big sack. Get those paws up. They got some good defensive linemen there. They got some good tall players playing on defense as well. Throw them paws up in the air.
So 3rd and 10, shotgun, 4 wide receivers, sidecar to the right, twins to each side. And they went with the hard count, too, got him to jump. And that's a free 5, and Matt, you hate to see that.
They're actually, that's against the Federals, definitely. The Federals were hoping that might go against the Gladiators, but no, definitely did not. They jumped it. They were trying to guess that snap again. Did not work out that time. 32 was one of the best players, if not the best player I've seen all day so far. He was, or 23, I'm sorry, not 32, 23, and he jumped it just about 2 inches over the line.
I thought he might have even actually made contact there with the left guard. But so 3rd and 5 now. Shotgun still 4 wide receivers, sidecar to the right. And number 16 gets the handoff, gets the first down, up the middle, inside the 20, inside the 15. As the offensive line, Matt, you could have driven an ambulance through that one.
Yeah, the offensive line's doing a great job. You had the nose tackle there. I don't know his number. He made great penetration. He had a shot all by himself, all by his lonesome. He just threw a little juke move, and the running back was through the hole.
Gain of 17 on the first down carry. 6 going to get the handoff again. Broke a tackle, pushed forward by his quarterback. Falls forward inside the 5. They're going to mark him at the 5 on a gain of 8. Be 2nd and 2 as Ohio looking to build on their lead here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
I think it is number 71, I think. Is that his number, 71? I can't see that far. He's got our back to us right here. He's the right defensive end, I believe. He's 2 plays in a row. He's come up, and he's gotten through that line of scrimmage, had great penetration, just can't hold on.
Shotgun, 3 wide receivers, 2 in the backfield. Here's the fake to handoff, gave it to number 4 on the counter, up the middle, touchdown. Number 4, a 5-yard carry for the Gladiators, and they now lead 20-6 with the extra point pending.
And my mistake, that is the right outside linebacker who keeps coming through. 3 plays in a row. He got great penetration. He's just not able to wrap it up. I can't see that far and get his number, but might be 45. I could be wrong.
Yeah, so again, some of the Federals, the jerseys are all bunched up. Not all of them have numbers on them. We're doing the best we can.
I'm trying, guys.
So number 4, who just got the touchdown, going to kick the extra point here for the Gladiators. Snap back, ball down, kick up, kick is good. Opening drive of the 3rd quarter turns into points. And Ohio leads 21-6. Going to step aside for 30 here on City View Sportscast and SMP Sports.
In the Valley, football is king, and the Mahoning Valley Federals are looking to build the 2024 roster with talent forged in this area to compete for a Tri-Point Football League championship. If you're 18 and older and looking to return to the gridiron, call General Manager John Galbraith at 330-540-1099 or visit the team on Facebook at Mahoning Valley Federals Developmental Football. The Mahoning Valley Federals, honoring the football tradition in the Valley. From high school to the pros and everything in between, you're listening to City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One network.
6 plays, 61-yard drive, ends in a 5-yard touchdown run for number 4 of the Gladiators, and Ohio leads the Mahoning Valley Federals 21-6 here in the early goings of the 3rd quarter. Matt Lipsack and Matt Emch here with you on City View Sportscats and SMP Sports. Again, if you're watching the YouTube or the Facebook live stream on SMP Sports, share that stream. Love to have your friends join in watching us. And again, friends and family members, you can visit SheilaMathersPhotography.com and get all of Sheila's shots from the game. This here, just a dribbler up the middle. Going to be picked up by number 5 at the 20-yard line, and he gets tackled. Very beautiful form tackle by number 7 at the 23-yard line. So just a return of 3 yards there for the Federals.
Yeah, number 7 had a great open field tackle all by his lonesome, although there was great pursuit by the rest of that kickoff team in the black and the blue. I'll tell you what, some of those Federals players are starting to feel black and blue at the moment. Good play, though, by the Gladiators.
1st and 10, ball at the 23-yard line as the Feds will attack from left to right here in the third quarter.
You know, when you have a lead like you do, it's a lot easier to, like I say a lot of times, just to pin those ears back and just go buck wild. And that's what they're doing. They're getting to kind of let guys fly around more than usual. They don't have to keep their gaps as long as they usually would. Just go after the ball carrier, run some different blitz packages, and have some fun.
So, shotgun, double tight end, sidecar to the right, twins to the right. They're going to hand it off. No number on that jersey for the Federals, and he's just going to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain, 2nd and 10.
You know what I've been impressed today about is with the black and the blue defensive line. They definitely are not as heavy as the big boys up front for the Federals. There's definitely a weight discrepancy between the two. They definitely got some good height, but they're really lean, they're quick, and they're fast, and they're beating that offensive line off the snap. And that shouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen when you know the snap. But hey, again, these guys are returning champs.
53 and 77 down there in the blue. Very, very large human beings for the Gladiators.
Having good games.
Shotgun, 2nd and 10, 2 wide receivers.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. FeedThePig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard, so you don't need to start foraging wild berries.
I was skeptical, but these are actually pretty good.
You don't need to sell your soul to the devil.
$15 is the best I can do.
You just need FeedThePig.org. Don't get left behind. Get tips and tools at FeedThePig.org. Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
Welcome to Calvin's Barbershop.
You all gotta see this.
I don't even want to know what you're looking at on that phone.
Well, you should. I was learning about the dangers of high blood pressure and that we need to get ours checked regularly. High blood pressure can increase the risk of heart attack or stroke, but this text program can help keep it at a healthy range. Just text Barbershop to 97779 to sign up.
I'll get right on it as soon as I'm done with this baby panda video.
Text Barbershop to 97779. A message from the American Heart Association and the Ad Council.
Western Reserve Radio is the Valley's online source for sports talk and local live events. Tune in and be a part of their live weekly shows, as well as all of the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey, high school football, and the GDFL. Find them at westernreserveradio.com. Tune in and the Live 365 app to be a part of the area's sports conversation. Be sure to visit them on Facebook at Western Reserve Radio and on Twitter at WR_radio.
This is Jerry Snodgrass, Executive Director of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. One of my long-standing goals is to help people understand that high school sports are about so much more than wins and losses. The OHSAA promotes education-based athletics, where sports are an extension of the classroom. Our schools all want to win. There's no doubt about it. But at the end of the day, it's all about sportsmanship, leadership, and making certain that academics are a priority. Thank you for your support of high school sports in Ohio.
From high school to the pros and everything in between, you're listening to City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One network.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver,
but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio. Take one.
Behold the angry giant.
Try it again, Alberto.
Behold the angry giant.
Perfect. Good luck tonight.
Behold the angry giant.
Yay! Read me another one, Dad.
This is WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio. It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Sound like much in terms of a superficial event, but if you dig a little deeper, what we do is we try to get to know the family members of the players, make sure that they know us, and make sure that there's always an open door and a comfort zone to ask any questions or seek any information.
Fantastic.
Because we know the same thing, that the players are myopically focused on the game, and if they forget something important, it's because they're focused on what's going on with them. So
a lot of people, Terry, they don't hear about the NFLPA unless there's a labor issue going on. It's just a sad fact. The media doesn't really give the Players Association a lot of coverage until it's something along those lines. What's the biggest issue that faces the NFL Players Association these days? What do you deal with the most?
We don't really deal with anything that's out of the ordinary. It's pretty cyclical. What people don't know that we do is we defend player rights. So we do that day in and day out, through our grievance system and under the labor laws, as you indicated. We also have a marketing licensing arm, so that's where the jersey sales come from, and a lot of our other player-centric marketing and licensing.
Is that Player Inc.? Player Inc.? Okay.
It is.
Yes.
It is. So I don't think a lot of people know that we do that. And we do a lot of fun stuff. We recently launched a content company about a year ago called Ace Media.
Oh, okay.
And they were responsible for the recent Travis Kelce show, Catching Kelce.
Oh, okay.
But again, if you don't know who we are, you don't
Ace
necessarily
Media,
link all those things
exactly.
back. So I wouldn't say things are terribly challenging. As long as our players know who we are and that we're there for them.
Right.
To me, that's the best end.
Fantastic.
We're ready to get underway again. 1st and 20 for the national team. They had to call a timeout again, second time here in the first quarter. They've had to reorganize because of formation issues. Greg Ward takes a shotgun snap, goes back, looks to throw, does. Down the left sideline, picked off. Woo! Great interception down at the 14-yard line by the American team's Lorenzo Jerome. Jerome out of St. Francis of Pennsylvania, 6 foot, 190-pound defensive back, and it shows that those guys at the NAIA level, hey, we can play with you FBS guys.
We can play with the best. I mean, here you have a D1 guy that beat Oklahoma and didn't have that many. I think he only had 12 interceptions all year long, and here he gets picked off in in this NFLPA game. I mean, that was a fantastic pick too. You read it. The defense that he was playing was fantastic as well.
Intended receiver was Robert Davis, the big tall guy out of Georgia State, but Jerome stepped right in front of him and took it away. A great leaping catch, and the American team in business at the 14-yard line on their own end of the field. Snap will come back to the quarterback who is in, and that's McGuire again. And McGuire is trying to throw out to the flat to his running back out of the backfield, I believe, that time, and it's incomplete over in the flat on the left side. Who were they going to there? I think 21 may have changed a number on me. We'll have to double check that one and see if we can get the correct player. But
I didn't see where
second
that
and
was
10
going.
Was it
Was it 31 or 21?
There you go. That's a problem. D'Angelo Henderson.
Okay.
Yeah, Henderson out of Coastal Carolina. And he's still in the backfield. On the right hip of McGuire. 2 wideouts left, 1 right. He looks right, does McGuire. Pulls it down, going to run. May go to the sideline, throws it out of bounds. Tried to hit the tight end, but it was way out of bounds. Didn't work. As Noel Thomas out of UConn, 6'1", 202, was the wide receiver set up as a tight end. Right. He's a big body at 202.
Defensive end got in there, Jim. Samson Ibukam got in there and caused a lot of pressure to make that include.
Located in Applewood Estates in Boardman Township, the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club offers a pleasant family environment. Choose a membership that meets your needs and enjoy a relaxing venue that includes not only swimming for the family, but also youth activities such as competitive swimming, tennis, and more. Enjoy the friendly atmosphere all summer long with the staff and members of the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club. For more information, go to applewoodswimandtennis.com or call 330-953-2833.
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192. Molucc Live is your home for high school sports. We have all the scores on our social media platforms throughout the games. Enjoy our timely updates from local area schools year-round. You won't get the consistency and reliability from anyone else. Our #1 priority is servicing our fans and getting them live news as it's happening. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Molucc_live. And remember, our fans come first.
The game is over, but this time, instead of asking how many goals did you score or what were your stats, try asking these questions. Were you a good teammate? Were you coachable? Did you give 100%? And did you have fun? Because those are the values that school sports instill in Ohio.
And we're back on. Thankfully.
All right. Loved it. Hopefully, allegedly. So both the 35-30 and 13 for the Gladiators.
That's what practice is for.
Shotgun, 4 wide receivers, sidecar to the left. Fed showing blitz. 1 back, looking right, throwing right. Almost intercepted. Diving attempt as the pass was intended for #2. Great diving effort by, I believe that's 56, the linebacker who had dropped back into coverage. 4th down. So 4th and 13, ball at your own 35. Matt, I don't think anybody here is kicking a 52-yard field goal. Do you go? Do you punt and pin them?
Yeah. You look at the score right now. This is time to practice to, better yourself. Try and work on your offense. They're not moving the ball. So, I don't know. It depends. You might want to work that special teams as well.
Looks like they are lining up to go for it. And you also wonder, if it's a high school game, I'd suspect a pooch punt.
Exactly.
As one does seem like he is a little deep in the pocket there, and he did go for the pooch, but he hit his own lineman, and that's going to be picked up by 17 at the 40, and he might return this for a touchdown. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Federals!
Heads up play. Heads up play by that. Did anybody get a number on him?
17.
17. I wish I had his name. He heads up. They blocked that pooch punt up in the air. Player had a heads up play, grabbed the ball, and ran all the way. Great job by the Federals. Get your points any way you can, although I do see some yellow on the field.
I wonder if it was after the play, because I looked around quickly as it was going on. He was in the open field free where the flag was. There couldn't have been any blocking.
Now, are they going to go for 2 again or 1? Those are those dream plays that some of those players usually don't get the ball. He definitely was not trucking it. He left everybody in the dust with him.
So I wonder if it was on the Gladiators after the play, because they are lining up to go for two at the 3-yard line.
Good job, by the way, sniffing out the pooch punt.
Just, my spidey senses were tingling. I'm like, he's a little deep in the pocket for a shotgun snap. And he needed to be another 2 or 3 yards further back, because he kicked it right into the back of his lineman. So we're going for 2 here. Shotgun sidecar behind him, faking the handoff. D'Amato rolling to the right, gets it into the end zone, and just off the fingertips of number 5, incomplete.
Still good job, heads up play for the Federals. 21-12 now, creeping back a little bit. Those missing those extra point and 2-point conversion plays definitely hurting the Federals a little bit. Not much. If they can get their defense to keep playing the way that they did the last series and get some points, that's all that matters. You know what? It doesn't matter where it comes from. Any phase, offense, defense, special teams. You get 6. That's all that matters, and they're doing at least a better job at putting some points on the board and getting their defenders to play a better game.
All right, so kickoff upcoming from the 50, as I think there was a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, or I don't know. They got their ends of the field mixed up again, Matt.
Yeah, they're definitely in preseason form as well. I think the one ref was finishing his lunch. That's why he was late getting here.
Well, what a way to start the fourth quarter for the Federals. You get a stop on 3rd down and then return a punt for a touchdown.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, and get your team excited. That'll get those defenders to play a little bit harder. You get your guys a little bit of something to open it up and feel like you're in that game. Now they want to play and show who they are. Doesn't matter. It's a 4-quarter game. You could win it right here in this quarter.
Kick is away. Caught by number 4 at the 26-yard line. Across the 30, 35, runs into his own man. Now cuts to the far side, but gets wrapped up by number 3. Great work there by the Federals, rallying to the kick. And the Gladiators will put it in play. 1st and 10.
Gladiators up 21-12. Are the Federals going to be able to play defense the way they did last series? Get some points? Who knows? They're playing much better than they did in the first half.
So ball at their own 33-yard line. Gladiators getting ready to put it into play. 1st and 10. Gladiators 125 rushing yards here today. Just 11 passing yards. Only the 1 turnover. Mahoning Valley unable to cash in on that, but we're just able to cash in on the pooch punt as it's number 2 in the backfield. Dropping back on a pitch on the option. It's number 30. Going to get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, maybe going to lose 1.
Great job by a host of Federals defenders. Number 53, 33, one of the linebackers having a good game today. He got through there and got the majority of that tackle. But still, if I'm going to talk about the defense, one of my biggest qualms with them today is missed tackles. A numerous amount of guys get in that backfield. They get great penetration. They get up to the ball carrier and whoop, slips out of his hands. Happened about 4 times. Guys are getting juked. You got to just keep your head up, square yourself up, and make the hit.
2nd and 10 as they marked it as no gain. Number 2 back to pass. Looking across the middle. Intercepted. Linebacker dropping back into coverage with 56. And big tackle there by the offensive lineman, 51.
Yeah.
But 56 on the interception. Returned it from the 44 inside the 30. See if they give him the 27 or the 28.
And remember what I was talking about before this series started. You're getting, no matter how you get the points, it doesn't matter what phase of the game you get it from, offense, defense, special teams. The defending team has been doing a great job, and that's the white and the green. The last 2 series, they're playing great defense. They're getting possible points off of this one. If they can get that offense to get in there, they got great field position. That would put them in a situation that they could possibly walk away with a win today.
So we just talked about the turnovers, Matt, and, Ohio had played a pretty clean game since the first quarter. Well, here, Mahoning Valley trailing by 9, and we're still in the early stages of the fourth quarter. And here, threatening to get back, make it a 1-score game.
Yeah, it's definitely turning into a good one here at the end of the game. That's why you got to play 4 quarters. Real quick score, Ravens up 21-0 over the Cobras in the second quarter.
Shotgun, 3 wide receivers, 2 in the backfield for the Feds. D'Amato pointing out a blitzer as here they come. Handoff, off right tackle. Got across the line of scrimmage down to the 25-yard line for a gain of 3 for the Feds.
Tell you what, I like 42 for the black and blue. He has been all over the field. He sniffs out the ball beautifully. His pursuit has been fabulous. I don't know who 42 is for Ohio, but he's playing a hell of a game.
2nd and 7, ball on the 25-yard line. Trips left, sidecar to the right, 4 wide receivers for the Feds. D'Amato gets the snap, high snap, able to corral it, dropping back, got to get rid of it. He rolls outside, get rid of it, man, it's intercepted, threw it right to the defensive end, makes a couple of men miss as he gets it back to the 40-yard line. And, Matt, you got to throw that ball out of bounds.
Yeah, we've seen it numerous times today. I was talking about it in the first half. He's making choices that make me nervous for when the games count, which is coming soon. He's just, he's seeing a lot of penetration. Okay, I'm just going to heave the ball and not even look where I'm throwing it. He cannot do that. And then when you're in that type of a situation, you're about to get sacked. You've been watching it at least since you were a kid. You play the games on Xbox or PlayStation. Throw it away.
Yeah, Matt, he got outside the pocket. Obviously, he was able to get a throw away. All you do is get it back to the line of scrimmage, get it out of bounds.
Yeah. See, that's, again, something that the coaches are going to have to focus on. They're going to have a thicker than usual book this week for things to fix.
And, if you're watching on SMP Sports, hopefully you got to see a replay. Matt, I don't think there was a white jersey anywhere near where that ball was thrown. So, unfortunately, not a great look there for Derek D'Amato. So, 1st and 10 for the Gladiators, ball at their own 40. Low snap, one able to handle it. He's got a man open by the defense. 12 makes the catch. 30, 25, he's going to walk in. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Gladiators. 60-yard pass play. And they all but put this one away as they now lead 27-12 with the extra point pending.
Yeah, what is that? Number 87 fell down on the coverage. And again, they got points off of that one, young man. Pick yourself up quick. Get yourself downfield. Have a short memory. Don't beat yourself up the rest of the day about it. Forget about it. You still got some time left.
60-yard pass play. As number 12 was almost open from the get-go, got behind his defender, and then, Matt, as you said, adding insult to injury, defender fell down.
Yeah, he just kind of, and that receiver just kind of slowly, caressingly ran himself into the end zone, and he knew he fell down, and he made it look pretty.
I mean, he did start to walk, actually, then saw the safety coming across and then turned it into a light jog to finish off the 60-yard. And it looks like that they will be going for 2 here for the Gladiators. Shotgun, 3 wide receivers, twins to the right, 2 in the backfield. Going to hand it off to number 6. Around the left side, he'll walk in. 2-point conversion is good. And the Gladiators lead 29-12. We're going to go ahead and step aside for 30 seconds. You're listening to Tri-Point Football League action here on CVU Sportscast and SMP Sports.
Are you tired of settling for mediocre wings at sky-high prices? Belleria Niles has some of the best wing prices in Trumbull County, with 12 wings for $10 with over 15 flavors to choose from. Mention this show, Just Football with Matt Emsch, with your order and receive a free cheese puff until January 31st. Belleria at 602 Robbins Avenue, Niles, Ohio. 330-544-FOOD. That's 330-544-FOOD. Belleria, we sell taste one bite at a time.
From high school to the pros and everything in between, you're listening to CityView Sportscast, part of the iMedia One network.
Back inside Duke Stadium here in the fourth quarter. Ohio Gladiators, a one-play, 60-yard drive. Number 1 to number 12 hooking up on the long pass play for the touchdown. And the Gladiators now lead 29-12 here as we are in the middle part of the fourth quarter. Looked like we had a little scuffle on just like 2 players involved there on the sideline. Now we're hugging it out. It looks like
they're over there by themselves. That's one of the strangest sights I've ever seen.
You know, heard some shouting in the crowd like, hey, go get your boy, as they're chatting over there on the far side.
Yeah, guys, you're playing a game. This isn't about, hey, let's work this out. Save that for after the game. I don't know. I've never seen this in my career of calling games. That's a strange sight. And they're pulling other players away from the sidelines to get that figured out. Guys, separate them. This is where the coach needs to get involved. Separate that stuff. Get your ass on over to the other side, and let's play some ball.
All right, number 4 with the run-up, and he goes for the fake onside kick, and he's going to recover. No, it bounced off of him, but I think 75 came in and picked it up for the Gladiators, and it is going to be the Gladiators' ball on the little squib kick as number 4 caught the Federals napping. And Matt, with a 17-point lead in the fourth quarter, I think that's one team rubbing the nose in it of the other team there.
Well, let's look at the situation. You got 2 Federals players walking on the track away from the field with one of the Gladiators players all talking. You have Federals players not paying attention to what is going on right now, the game. You're worried about elsewhere, what is going on, what's he doing. Pull your stuff together and, get back to playing the game, guys. You're letting it go. They are just, again, pinning the ears back. They're having fun.
And looks like Mahoning Valley is going to take their first time out of the second half. We'll go ahead and step aside for 30 seconds here on CityView Sportscast and SMP Sports.
SNK, painting your house today. SNK, painting your house
SNK Painting provides exceptional painting and refinishing services to the Mahoning Valley and surrounding communities by being an industry leader in our field, focusing on customer service and delivering extraordinary results. We offer interior and exterior painting, and we specialize in cabinet refinishing with affordable cabinet solution. Call SNK Painting for your free estimate at 330-505-1910.
SNK, painting your house today.
From high school to the pros and everything in between, you're listening to CityView Sportscast, part of the iMedia One network.
Back inside Duke Stadium here in Alliance. Gladiators with a 29-12 lead. and just recovered an onside kick after completing a 60-yard touchdown pass.
We also have a score out of Detroit. The Ravens really putting it to the Cleveland Cobras. 29-0 right now. The Cobras are getting smoked.
Hope that's in the second half, because I know it was 14-0 in the second quarter.
Yeah, I'll have to find out.
So 1st and 10 for the Gladiators. Ball at their own 46-yard line. Going to come out in a shotgun. 3 wide receivers, 2 in the backfield. Number 1 in a quarterback. He just threw that 60-yard touchdown pass. Low snap. He's on it. Rolling to the left. Fakes. And now down he goes. Thought that discretion the better part of valor there and just jumped on top of the football back at the 40-yard line. A loss of 6 on the sack.
There you go. You always got to think of it this way. You have a short memory. Can you sit there and pout about what happened the last play that they just scored? You can't. You have to have an ultra short memory. You got to focus on the next play, or else you're just going to be standing there hitting the sides of your helmet while the guy runs by you again and scores.
And again, if you're tuning in, make sure you visit SheilaMathersPhotography.com, SheilaMathers Photography.com, and get some shots from Sheila, who's down there on the sidelines. Do the old screen grab, get some good looks here from today's game as shotgun. And now here's the handoff to number 6 up the middle, but the defensive line of the Fed's going to swallow him up. Just going to be a gain of 1 as a Federal was thrown out of the pile. And it's starting to get chippy out there, man.
And there's a flag, too, so they definitely threw that one real quick. It will get chippy. I mean, you got the score 29-12 right now in the fourth quarter. The game's getting closer and closer to being over. And, speaking from somebody who has been in games where I let my anger get the best of me at times, it definitely will come up in these types of situations. Again, that's where the coaches come in. They got 5 captains here on Mahoning Valley. One of them or more have to stand up, and they have to get their guys under control.
So 15-yard personal foul on the Gladiators. Bring the ball back to the 26-yard line. Be 3rd and 30. Because the down did count, because the personal foul was after the whistle. Gladiators break the huddle. Shotgun, 3 wide receivers, 2 wide receivers, tight end left, and 2 in the backfield for the Gladiators. Both are going to protect. 1 dropping back, has 7, looking for it, broken up, but they're going to get pass interference on the quarterback as the safety came across over the top, broke up the pass. But they're going to get the quarterback on the pass interference.
Yep. A lot of flags on the field, but you got to expect that in scrimmages and preseason games. You're going to see a lot of it. There's definitely quite a bit more today than both sides were hoping for, especially the Federals. It's not worry time, though. It's just time for let's get our guys in here sooner than we would have if we would have played really well and won. And just bring them in, practice. You got older players who know what it takes to win. Get in there on your own. You even need your coaches there. Get some passing games going.
So NFL rule, they put it at the spot. That's the 45 of the Federals. 1st and 10 for the Gladiators. Handoff to number 4, dances back, now gets the right corner. He comes to the near side, cross the 40, breaks a tackle, spins inside the 35, and then gets hit out of bounds late.
I disagree. He was right on the line.
I thought the contact there started inbounds, Matt, but the ref threw the flag and As you and I both know, our opinion counts for little and less.
It counts for 0. He was right on the line, as my partner said. He started to make the hit while he was in bounds. He also posed and flexed in front of him. They look for those types of things. But 23 is a beast for the Federals, and that's going to be a number that you're going to be hearing us call a lot this year.
So we'll see where they put the ball down at. Looks like they're going to put it down at the 19-yard line. So first down for the Gladiators. They look to build on this lead as we get to the later stages of the fourth quarter. Shotgun, 4 wide receivers. Sidecar to the left is number 4. Check that they're going to go with 3 wide receivers and a tight end to the right. Sidecar is to the left as we're just kind of waiting for the referee to signal the ball ready for play. There we go. All right, sidecar going to motion over to the right now. Snap is back. Number 1 looking on the slant. Caught by number 7 at the 15-yard line. Gets down inside the 15. They'll mark him at the 14 on the gain of 5 on the quick slant.
And you know what? There is no reason for the Gladiators to really be in a hurry. Just milk that clock. You got it wrapped up. Just run a few plays, take your time, run the ball next, and just get those ticks off the clock.
Matt, I wish we had some idea how much time was left here in the quarter, as it's a handoff to number 4. Going to come to the near side, but 42 was there waiting for him in the backfield. Going to be tackled back near the 19-yard line. They might mark him at the 20. That might be a loss of 6. There was a flag thrown by the referee right after the snap. Three minutes left in the game is what we're hearing.
Thanks, Matt. $29-0 Ravens over the Cobras, only in the second quarter with 4:45 in the second.
Oof. Ravens putting a hurting on as I see the penalty is declined. So I'm going to assume it was something on the offense, maybe an illegal shift, Matt.
Yep.
So 3rd and 11, ball at the Feds 20.
Yes, sir.
Ball just inside the near hash. Gladiators break the huddle. Tight end left, twin receivers to the right. There are 3 wide receivers. Number 7 split out to the far side. 6 will be in the backfield as the sidecar to the left. 1 gets a shotgun snap, looking left, pump fake, throwing left toward the end zone. Intercepted, coming across was number 43 for the Federals. Cutting back to the middle of the field, going to get tackled by the tight end at the 10-yard line. And check that, I think that's number 13 there on the interception.
I think that was his second one of the game as well.
That sounds correct, Matt. But so, the Feds deny the Gladiators building on the lead. And they will put it in action 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
And if you're going to be taking away positives with this game for the Federals, you're going to be taking away your defense has been playing well, I'd say half of the time. And the second half of this game, they've definitely shown a lot more good jobs at taking care of breaking down this offense, making adjustments. They have some players on that defense. They've definitely got some guys, like I said, that you're going to be hearing their names as this season goes on. And if I was going to pick one side of the ball, those 3 phases that is the best at this time, definitely the defense.
Shotgun, 4 wide receivers to the right, tight end tight to the left. D'Amato in the backfield empty, and in the neutral zone were the Gladiators, and a free 5 yards for the Feds.
Yeah, I don't know. That's number 27, I think, for the Gladiators. Came across the line of scrimmage and touched an offensive lineman. So at least one of these flags is going the way of the green and the white today.
So 1st and 5, ball now at the 15. Still 5 wide receivers with the tight end in close on the left. D'Amato back to pass, immediate pressure. He's going to run it up the middle. Gets across the 25 to the 30. Maybe across the 30 to the 31. We'll see where they end up spotting it. But we'll call it a gain of at least 15. And a first down. And I think Mahoning Valley going to use their first timeout here of the second half as Coach wants to get some 2-minute drill in. Why not, Matt?
Yeah, why not? Get some practice going and, take every opportunity to do that.
We'll go ahead and step aside for 30 seconds here on CBU Sportscast and SMP Sports.
Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course, is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway Club Fitting Center, and an Odyssey Fitting Studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112. From high school to the pros and everything in between, you're listening to CityView Sportscast, part of the iMedia One network.
Back inside of Duke Stadium here, inside the final 3 minutes of the fourth quarter. Ohio with a 29-12 lead on Mahoning Valley. Federals with the ball at their own 30-yard line. Ball just across the 30, but not quite at the 31 after a nice 15-yard run by Derek D'Amato. Shotgun 5 wide receivers, 4 to the right. As the Gladiators look like they're rushing 4, maybe 5, and offside again. Another free 5 yards for the Feds.
Hey, that's what you need. Get your guys a rest. Your big guys are tired right now. Moving on up. It's definitely cooling down. This is football weather right now.
If you told me it was, middle of September right now, Matt, I'd believe you. So 1st and 5, ball just across the 35. D'Amato back to pass, rolling right, throwing right, caught by 56 at the 45-yard line. 45-40s, he's across the midfield and down maybe to the 37-yard line of the Gladiators.
Did he get out of bounds?
Well, I think they're going to stop the clock for the first down. I did see the far side official wave stop the clock.
Okay, good.
Federal's quick on the ball.
Now, you got receivers jogging. Get to the line of scrimmage.
Snap is back. D'Amato back to pass, rolling to the right, looking downfield. Incomplete as he tried to squeeze it into number 3 down at the 27-yard line. 2nd and 10 upcoming for the Feds.
29-12. Gladiators over the Federals right now. Federals trying to drive. That's another instance of the quarterback D'Amato pushing a pass when he doesn't need to. He should have just ran out of bounds right there. His man is covered. Don't push throwing another pick. That's all you need right now.
So 2nd and 10, ball at the 37 of the Gladiators, just inside the far hash. 4 wide receivers, sidecar to the left for D'Amato. Back to pass again. Immediate pressure came up the middle, forced it to the running back, off his hands and incomplete. And Matt, incomplete pass, best case scenario right there, as number 10, if he catches the ball, is going to lose 10 yards.
Absolutely. That's the best thing that could have happened right there. 27 for the black and blue, has had a good game tonight. He was all over that play. If I was going to say one thing about this Ohio Gladiators defense, it is just speed. They've got great quickness. Even their defensive linemen, they are very impressive, and I think that they're going to have a good season if they're looking like this right now.
Very quick to the ball all night for the Gladiators. So 3rd and 10 for the Feds. Again, ball at the 37-yard line. 5 wide receivers, trips left, a pair to the right for D'Amato, empty in the backfield. Snap is back. D'Amato rolling right. Didn't have any pressure, but he's going to keep it. Heading toward that first down. He'll get it and step out of bounds. 1 yard past that first down marker. He got to the 26. So first down for the Feds.
He's quick. He got some quick feet, and he rode that rope, so to speak, down the sideline. He avoided a big hit as well. It's good to know that when he gets out of the pocket, if he can make that turn around the end there, that he can fly, and he's got some speed.
So actually, they gave him the 25. So again, 1st and 10 for the Feds. Ball at the far hash. Shotgun, 5 wide receivers, trips to the right, pair to the near side. Empty backfield for D'Amato. 6 in the box for the Gladiators. D'Amato back to pass under immediate pressure, steps up, lobs it downfield, caught by number 10 inside the 15-yard line. And they are going to spot him at the 13, timeout, Mahoning Valley on the 12-yard pass completion.
They're looking pretty good on this series. They're getting down the field. The offensive line is doing a better job at staving off that penetration from that very good, lean, and quick defensive line for the black and the blue. If they could at least put some points up here, that would definitely look good for the week coming up for practice.
And that's probably the first time all night we've seen D'Amato step up in the pocket instead of trying to escape from the side. When you go up the middle, the rushers have gone past you, and green grass in front, but he was also able to see a receiver, Matt. So, again, best escape from pressure all night that we've seen from D'Amato.
Yeah, definitely improvement. Slow. If you can, go and they're obviously going to watch films this week. You go and you look at what you did right and wrong, and you give what you get. You're going to get ripped up for some things you deserve, and they should. But also get praise for some of the things you're doing right. And D'Amato's definitely showing some signs as this game is getting towards the end here that he has the ability to step up, to turn on the juice when he needs to.
So 1st and 10 for the Feds. Ball just inside the far hash. It's at the Ohio 13-yard line. Shotgun 4 wide receivers, sidecar to the left. Pressure coming from the Gladiators. D'Amato steps up, breaks one tackle, fires for the end zone, out of bounds, incomplete. I think the man was open quickly there, but D'Amato obviously under pressure couldn't find him. Found him late, but couldn't find the measure of the passes. That was intended for number 3 there along the far sideline.
Yeah, and he's also not the tallest guy on the field. He's a little shorter, so, he's got to jump. You see a lot of jump passes with him today, but he's watching that penetration, and he's stepping up. If he could have been doing this, 2 series ago, this could be a different game. Look for number 81, though.
Shotgun again for the Feds. 4 wide receivers, twins to each side, sidecar to the left. 81 split out wide here to the left, just outside the near hash. Pressure shown and coming, and we have a whistle before in a false start upcoming on the Feds. Push it back 5 yards, but no runoff as the clock was stopped. So 2nd and 15 upcoming for Mahoning Valley.
Have a new update on the Cleveland Cobras game. The Ravens now up 37-0. 1:15 left in the second quarter.
That is a woodshed beating going on up there in the mitten. But here in Alliance, 2nd and 18. Ball, or 2nd and 15 rather, ball at the 18. Shotgun 4 wide receivers, sidecar to the left. Gladiators showing a ton of pressure. They're going to bring 6. One got free up the middle, and 51 rips D'Amato down back behind the 25-yard line.
51, my opinion, best player I've seen all day in the game.
And that was our final play of the game. Your final score here at Duke Stadium. The Ohio Gladiators 29 and Mahoning Valley Federals 12 as the teams approach the 50-yard line to shake hands. Step aside for a second, come back for some final statistics here on CityView Sportscast and SMP Sports.
Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course, is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway club fitting center, and an Odyssey fitting studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112. From high school to the pros and everything in between, you're listening to CityView Sportscast, part of the iMedia One network.
Back inside Duke Stadium for the post-game show here after this Tri-Point Football League preseason matchup between the Mahoning Valley Federals and the Ohio Gladiators. Gladiators come out on top, 29-12. Let's go ahead and take a look at some statistics. We'll look at some team statistics and then take a look at the individual statistics as well. For the Gladiators, 133 yards rushing, 76 yards passing. They were 4 for 13, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, lost 1 fumble, and had 5 penalties. Were 1 for 9 on third down, did not attempt a fourth down conversion. Also 0 for 1 on field goals.
Mike got a little fight going on in the field.
Over to the Federal statistics, 16 rushes for 4 yards, 7 passes for 133 yards, 7 for 19 passing, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions, lost 2 fumbles. So 4 total turnovers for the Federals here today. We're 2 for 11 on third down, 1 for 1 on fourth down, and 9 penalties for the Federals. So lots to look at on the tape this week. Let's look at some individual statistics. We'll start with the Gladiators. Number 4, 10 carries for 78 yards and a touchdown. Number 6, 7 carries for 67 yards and a touchdown. And the quarterback, number 1, lost 15 yards on sacks. Number 1 was 4 for 8 passing for 76 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Number 2 was 0 for 5 passing with an interception. Receiving for the Gladiators, number 12, 1 catch, 60 yards and a touchdown. Number 5, 1 catch for 14 yards. And number 7, 2 catches for 2 yards. And number 95 had an interception, and number 9 had an interception for the Gladiators. Turning over to look at the Federals, D'Amato had 4 carries for 26 yards. Number 23 had 1 carry for 1 yard. Player without a number on his jersey, 3 carries for negative 5 yards and a fumble. Number 10, 7 carries for negative 13 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 fumble. D'Amato, 4 for 15 passing for 101 yards and an interception. Receiving for the Federals, number 10, 3 catches for 61 yards. Number 81, 1 catch for 28 yards. Number 56, 1 catch for 28 yards. Number 13, 1 catch for 12 yards. And number 4, 1 catch for 4 yards. The interceptions belong to number 56 and number 13. So, Matt, a couple of turnovers each way. Gladiators able to cash in on their turnovers and, really just maybe being a little better in shape. This being their second preseason game, of course, as we mentioned a couple times, defending league champions.
Yeah, you know what? You expected to see a lot better play out of a team that won a championship a year ago, and that's definitely what you got from this game today. The thing that we obviously are here for, first and foremost, is we're here for the Federals. We are where they hang their hat, so to speak, for the rest of the season. We're proud that we're going to be calling all their games, and we both wondered what we were going to get to see from them today. Not a lot of surprises, a lot of mental errors, a lot of flags, definitely some things you need to clean up. What I'm surprised about seeing is, a whiff tackle and the guy just gets up and starts to just slowly jog after the ball. No, you get up and you run, and if you can try and make that tackle before he scores, you do it. Don't beat yourself in the head instead of chasing after the ball. Offensive line has a lot of work to do. They let a lot of penetration get through. They're definitely one of those bigger, sit in their own kind of pass play offensive lines. They got to work on the running game. Quarterback needs to make some better choices. You got a young guy back there. He made some really good ones at the end of the game. He was letting the penetration come upfield, and he just stepped up and he did pretty well. But it was at the end of the fourth quarter. The third phase of the game, they definitely have work to do on special teams. That's what Coach Toms was saying, that if he had one of those three phases that he has a little bit worried about, it would definitely be that part of the game there. Otherwise, I think they played pretty well, considering you have a brand new franchise. These guys played for the first time against other people and other pads, other jerseys, and I think there is a possibility if they can string it together, they can learn from their mistakes, watch films, don't get all huffy-puffy because you're dealing with older guys now. I'm a semi-pro. I don't have to listen to this. No, you do. Listen to your coaches, make the adjustments. You guys will win some games this year.
So next broadcast will be the kickoff, the first official game, June 1st. Correct, Matt?
Yes, June 1st at St. Christine's Field on the west side of Youngstown. And I'll actually be able to give you guys real quick, I'll give you that the address for the Federals is, I was not prepared. Here we go, right here. Home games, 4:30 p.m., St. Christine's. The address is 3125 South Shenley Avenue, Youngstown, Ohio, 44511, and we are excited about that.
Mark Beans will bring you the play-by-play action for week 1, and then I believe week 2 up in Erie. You'll get me week 3. I want to say again down in New Philadelphia, I believe, is week 3.
And let's see, 1, 2, and 3.
Week 3.
The Warriors, whoever the Warriors.
No, I think the Warriors. I think that's New Philadelphia. That's me. So week 2 you get me. Week 3 you get Mark Means up in Erie. Week 4. Believe that is also going to be me.
Week 4 is Erie.
Week 4. Yeah. Okay.
So the Warriors should be you on 6-8. So we'll have you 5-18 and 6-8.
Yep.
All right.
And then again,
or no, that was today. 6-1. I apologize.
So yeah, 6-1's week 1.
1, 2, 3. So that's game 3. I apologize. I was looking at that.
All right. So yeah, you will next hear from me in week 3. Down in New Philadelphia. So, for my partner, Matt Emsch, I am Matt Lipsack. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight, everybody. One more time, your final score, Mahoning Valley 29, Ohio 29 and Mahoning Valley 12. Be sure to stay on Western Reserve Radio and jump over to listen to the Cleveland Cobras and the Detroit Ravens. Sound out. Fade to black.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network, and we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming. From high school to the pros and everything in between, you're listening to City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One Network. If you love history, head over to YouTube and check out Blogging Through History. Hosted by Mineral Ridge High School graduate Chris Mowery, Blogging Through History visits historic sites to explore not only the well-known figures and events of the past, but also compelling stories that maybe you've never heard before. Chris would also like to wish his niece Amira Emsch and the Mineral Ridge Rams the best of luck for a successful 2023 season.
Welcome to Calvin's Barbershop.
You all got to see this.
I don't even want to know what you're looking at on that phone.
Well, you should. I was learning about the dangers of high blood pressure and that we need to get ours checked regularly. High blood pressure can increase the risk of heart attack or stroke, but this text program can help keep it at a healthy range. Just text Barbershop to 97779 to sign up.
I'll get right on it as soon as I'm done with this baby panda video.
Text Barbershop to 97779. A message from the American Heart Association and the Ad Council.
Hey, let me ask you something. Would you seat your 3-year-old child on a windowsill? Would you seat them beside a lit fireplace or by the deep end of a pool? One last question. Would you seat your child in a car seat that's not correct for them? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Secure their future. Seat them in the correct car seat. For more information, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
To understand them. It puts the needs of others ahead of its own. And when you start with care, you end up with a very different kind of bank. Truist. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
27-yard field goal attempt. Johnson holding the meatloaf. Texas Pete hot sauce with the kick. Look at that meatloaf go. It's good.
Give your food the kick it needs. Get some Texas Pete hot sauce. Drama for your mouth.
This is Shaquille O'Neal, you know Shaq Diesel, Superman, Big Aristotle, Big Cactus, Big Shamrock. If you're not listening to Sports Radio America, play Shaq free.
Lights are on here at the StubHub Center in Dominguez Hills, California for the 2017 NFLPA Collegiate Bowl. Jim Tyree, Memphis Spence, as we are at halftime. 10-0 national team over the American team. Here's a look at the halftime statistics in this one so far. 15 first downs for the national team, only 7 for the American squad. The defensive line of the national team has caused problems all day long.
Yes, they have.
For the American team. And the national defensive line, guys on it such as Samson Ibukum out of Eastern Washington, Lewis Neal out of LSU, MRJ Albury out of Florida International, Jeremiah Valoga out of UNLV, Roderick Henderson, Alabama State, Eli Anku, UCLA, Jonathan Calvin of Mississippi State, and Cass Weidel out of Northwest Missouri State. Those guys have just been in the backfield all day long. The only time the American team has really had success, Spence, is when they've run around the edges and tried to get to the outside.
Yeah, going around the edges. And that has to be the plan. I mean, the problem is you have guys like Samson coming straight up. I mean, he's literally he's a 5 technique guy. Sets up and is coming straight off the line with such quickness. It's hard for any of the offensive tackles to even get a hand on him before he's chasing the quarterback down. You can't run on that. The only thing you can do is run off tackle or start running around the edge away from that guy.
The rushing yards, 13 carries for the American team, only 62 rushing yards. Meanwhile, the national team, 23 carries, 133 yards. And we'll give you the individual statistics here in just a moment to tell you who's leading in rushing. Passing yards, 54 for the American team, 71 for the national team. 5 of 17 for the American team. They have not thrown an interception. Meanwhile, the national team, the reason the American team's still in this is because the national quarterbacks have thrown 3 interceptions. They are 6 of 15 on throwing the football, but 3 picks. So total offense, 116 yards on 30 plays for the American team, 204 yards of total offense on 38 plays for the national team.
And I don't want to say the entire, I think it's just Greg Ward Jr. I think he has all 3 interceptions during this game, doesn't he?
I believe that last one was thrown by Gustafson.
Okay.
When he came in late in the game. The punting average, 51.3 on the punting average for the American team. They did have a fumble, but they did not lose it, so they have not turned the ball over other than on downs the couple of times that they went for it on 4th down. Penalties, 2 for the American team for 30 yards, 5 for the national team for 30 yards. Possession time is 2-1 for the national team, 19-25 to 10-35. Third downs, 0 of 6 for the American squad. That's a problem. 3 of 5 for the national team. And then the American team also 0 of 2 on fourth down. Red zone chances, the national team 2 chances, and they've got a touchdown and a field goal, so they're 2 of 2. Individual statistics. First for the American team, Terrion Gibson, leading rusher, 7 carries, 44 yards. Anthony Wales, 2 carries, 14 yards. For the national team, they're led by Taquan Mizell, Smoke, out of Virginia. 6 carries, 71 yards, and what a spark he was coming in.
I'll tell you what, that kid looks better and better every time he touches the ball. And the thing is, it's really hard to start reading your defenses and reading your blocks in a game like this. And, if he can do it just with 1 week of practice, imagine what he could do in an offseason for a team. I think he's a team that he's a guy that can make your team better next year in the NFL.
TJ Logan had 8 carries for 47 yards, and Greg Ward Jr., the quarterback, 3 carries, 16 yards in the first half. Passing, Mitchell Leidner, 2 of 9 for 22 yards for the American team. Sean McGuire, 3 of 8 for 32 yards. Meanwhile, the national team, Philip Nelson, the leading thrower, 4 of 7, but he does have 1 interception, 37 yards. Meanwhile, Brady Gustafson is 1 of 5 and 16 yards. And then the other quarterback is for the national team is Greg Ward Jr. He has the other 2 interceptions, so not a good day for him throwing the football.
Yeah, Greg Ward's really not reading the defenses the way he usually does. But again, you have to really stop and think about if you're in a game where you only have 1 week of practice with a whole new set of teams, new coaches and everything else, there's a limited amount of what you're going to learn in a short period of time. Now, it may be a crash course, and you're able to see who can excel in a situation like that. But Greg Ward Jr., he's been picking up yards on the ground, just hasn't been that accurate in the air as of yet in this game.
Lorenzo Jerome of the American team with 2 of those interceptions in the first half, and the third one was picked off by Josh Thornton, the Southern Utah product. The receiving, Zach Pascal is the leading receiver for the American team. 2 catches, 30 yards. Daniel Brunskill has 1 catch for 12 yards. Meanwhile, Sethan Carter, the leading receiver for the national team, 2 catches, 23 yards. Leonard Tillery has caught 1 for 18. TJ Logan 1 for 16. Chad Williams 1 for 10 yards. We mentioned the punting average. The only team that's punted is the American team, and Alex Boy, the Nevada product, has a 51.3-yard average in 3 punts. His longest has been 56 yards. Leading tackler in this one for the American team, Avery Williams. For the American team is the leading tackler. Williams, the linebacker out of Temple, 5'10", 224. Williams with 6 tackles so far to pace the American team. And we hadn't mentioned Williams very much up until this moment, but all AAC second team, 66 tackles, led that Temple team in an amazing run this season with that tackle statistic.
Oh, yeah, he was all over the field. Avery Williams was the guy keeping Temple in every game. He can read defenses on the fly. He can actually figure out what when quarterbacks go and start changing plays, he can figure out and signal to the rest of his squad what's going to happen. A lot of times he was the one who figured out